Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is. Presidential rolling, RM, wait. ATL, check it. Pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get drunk. Pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get drunk. Pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get drunk. Annoying the sounds of the storm when they come. She understand I can't take her everywhere, nigga. I've been in the field like a treasure on the corner. I can hear your tears when they drop over the phone. Get mad at yourself cause you can't leave me alone. Gossip, being messy. That ain't what we doing. Traveling around the world. Over the phone, nothing serious. Now you gon' run around the world. When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel.
No! Yeah. I'm saying because that's what I want to hear. That walk. I've been traveling around the world. Yeah.
I sit on my block,
Hey.
I've been traveling around the world.
What's up, VCU?
I sit on my block,
I've been traveling around the world. Let's get some flames in the house.
I sit on my balcony and wonder how you feel.
Yeah.
I got a career that
Take
takes
my time away from women. I cannot convince you that I love you for a living.
I be on your live, feelings flowing like a river.
Talk that shit.
You can text me back,
Then keep you on the river.
message say the level,
but I know that
you don't get it. Why you introduce us if you know that you was with him? Maybe
shake his hand when y'all been fucking for a minute.
Want me on the plane
because you know that I'm a swimmer.
Supposed to be a dog, but you done put me in a kennel. Girl, put a muzzle on it, all that barking over dinner. I was fucking with you when you had a tiny presidential. You got better when you met me, and that ain't coincidental. Tried to bring the best out you, guess I'm not influential. Guess I'm not the one that's bad for you.
Yeah.
I can hear your tears when they drop over the phone. Get mad at myself, cause I can't leave alone. Gossip and messages, that ain't what we doing. Yeah. Trapping around the world. All the phone dropping skills. Trapping around the world. All the phone dropping skills.
Yeah.
Trapping around the world. Over the phone, dropping tears. I get more vulnerable. You try to tell me exactly how you feel. It's the real one, exactly what it is. Don't say it cause you know that's what I want to hear.
Don't say it cause you know that's what I want to hear.
Boy, slow down on that drink, man, feel.
Every time I
do that shit will fuck you up, approach.
What many is that, man? Y'all ready to turn up in the house, man? Fire that bitch up. Oh, Lord. H-time.
She got a flight, nigga, can't even see me on way out of here, I'm too far to
yeah.
Herman's ash for the dog, my ash.
Bitch so bad, look better than Cassie.
Puffin' on Zooters and she callin' me daddy.
Puffin' on Zooters and she callin' me daddy.
Came out the color, they never me to swag. Security bag out a bitch, I'm a begging. Tryna live up, gotta make sure she good. Perkin' 2 mil in the middle of my hood. Drinking the mud I made out of the sewer. From her to 6 weeks, whatever, I'm good. Out of these niggas, they looking the same. They copy my lips with their body and chain. Championship races,
bitch breaking niggas. Turn this motherfucker up. I'm that motherfucking nigga. How y'all feeling out there today, goddamn me? It is Freaky Dicky Friday. Drink all in your ass Friday. Type of shit. Who in the building? Who in the building? Yes, Sheraton on a Friday, man. Tenori in the building. Mr. TD. Scotty Too Hotty in there, ho. Waldo Wesley. Chief Kokomo. Roderick Sims pulled up. She Horsted, Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's finest. I'm born here. We all in VA today with it. I'm born here. We're gonna stop through there. Little Mayhem in the building. True History. What up, though? L Boogie with the hoodie. World of Thunder in the building. The homie Superior Minds. Executive Sessions. What up, though? And Tor Roberts. What up, though, family? Yanni Versatile in the building. Plug 205 say hit the like button on your way in the door. In a real way. Nick the artist in the building representing that Coosa. Latifah Miller in the building. Gulf Coast Scalper. Triple OG, Cherry and Hawker, Nottaway, Big Chief, Donna Grant in the building. The homie EJ in the building. That boy from Florida, what up, though? Keith, are you with me? Are you riding? Are you never ever? Gulf Coast Scalper say BCU in this bitch. Yes, Sheraton. Kai He, what up, though? My nigga, Almighty Law. Turn up one time, goddamn. One of my day ones right there. In a real way. Shit, not only him, Chicago 5 spitting. What up, though? Chicago, Almighty Law. Man, they been with me. Shit, Almighty been there damn near since day one. In a real way. Tell them niggas Almighty. Tiffany Johnson in the motherfucking building. Engine Gal, what up, though? There go another one of my day one niggas, man. D. Hayden. Yes, Sheraton. D. Hayden in the building. He can tell you the whole play, goddamn, from the start to the finish, goddamn. We used to be in this whole late night. I come on by like 9 o'clock, 10. We be in this whole turned up, smoking, trade, war stories, all type of shit. Playing them, yeah, man. We used to do the boxing or that I think of my wife or all that type of shit. A lot of y'all ain't never even heard of that. I think of my wife or. Yeah, man, we had that, I think of my wife are going on over here, man. The good days. Them niggas started trying to flag my channel, get me took down though, boy. Some hating ass niggas out here. Best Media, what up though? Oh, Best, you out of Dallas? Damn, I ain't know that. Yeah, I ain't know you was out of Dallas. Engine gal up that way. She from out there. She talking about Texas T-Love. Yeah, Engine gal up there out that way. Dallas, man, on Oak Cliff area. Shit like that. DF Dub. Nigga come in here with a name. What's up with it? I'm born here. Turn up one time. Nigga got ketchup like mustard. It's a troll account. We ain't really doing the trolls and shit today, bro. So I don't know who you are or what you got going on, bro. Trey Ford in the building. Yeah, we ain't doing no plan or none of that type of shit, nigga. I mean, I ain't had no sleep all week, nigga. I ain't finna play with none of you old ass niggas. Liz Robinson in the building. What's up with it, Miss Liz? Treese in the building. Treese say, I know this don't say what I think it said. Hey, my September just freed up for Jamaica. What's up? Why would you bring that energy in here, bro? I thought you was going to Jamaica by yourself, Trey. Now you want a friend? Really? That what we doing? I thought you was going. I thought you and your cousin or something was going to Jamaica. Now you need a friend. Still open for October. What's happening in October? We going to Cancun. We ain't saying nothing about no Jamaica. We going to Cancun in October, and I'm about to pick a date. What's the date? If your ass don't have a date by Monday, I'm picking it. Your ass ain't got a date by Monday, I'm picking it. I'm born here say he gonna be back in Southampton County installing signs Monday. Triple OG Donna Grant. Donna Grant, I'm born here trying to link up with you. Yeah, man, y'all send us some pictures, goddamn, of the OGs out there, man. Y'all show these youngsters how to do it. Yeah, y'all show these youngsters how it's supposed to look, goddamn. That's Monday. He say Monday he gonna be out there Monday. Shout out to the homie 7 in the building in the real way. Thomas Fisher, Alabama in the building. Grand Rising, Elevation and Vibration. Jay Gardner in the building. Hustle Town, stand up. Jay Gardner, you from Houston? Bro, we gonna have to, man. There's too many Houston. I'm seeing too many Houston people, bro. We gonna have to put it together. I told y'all we gonna meet. We gonna go to leak shit. I ain't told him yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll make some arrangements for it. But yeah, man, we got too many. I got too many H-Town homeboys in here, man. Too many Houston Indians. We got to get together. Yard, Nay, Kerry Bay say he driving down. Yeah, man, Malcolm Moody, man, all these niggas, Studewood ass nigga Malcolm Moody. Got baby mama out of Yale Village. Yeah, that type of shit, man. We need to go and put it together. Man, my Southwest homie, goddamn, man, we got a few. We got enough to sit down and go eat. You understand me? Yeah, we're gonna have to put that together. Indigenous American Leo say bipolar Pan-African. Oh yeah, a lot of motherfuckers getting real bipolar around here, indigenous. These niggas started to get real bipolar around here. P Night, what up though? The homie Vito in the building. Be Smooth, he say he at work, but he listening in a real way. Oh, Otis, what up though? Fired up. I ain't got no light on me. Got no light on me. Fired up. Wildflower Power in the building. Wildflower, I thought you was on the plane. I thought you was on the plane, Power. What the hell you doing out here? Desmond Kirkendall, what up though? Engine Gas say Oak Cliff, Texas. Oak Cliff, that's my hood. Put it in. Yeah, that part. Get that shit understood. There go Nene right there. EJ said, all you lurkers, bang the like button. Nene Country Air, Bowman, Texas, represent that Texas Triangle. Shout out to Joe 47, goddamn, in case you catch this late. Yeah, y'all not exempt. Yeah, you niggas are coming out the Texas Triangle, bro. It ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. Y'all gonna pull up. We meeting on the south side of Houston, goddamn 3rd Ward. You hear me? We meeting at 3rd Ward, man. I ain't told Talik yet, Soul Food Vegan. I ain't told him yet. But yeah, man, we gonna invade that nigga shit. We need to get the minions out there, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all coming out the Texas Triangle. You Baytown ass niggas, man. McNair cripping, all you niggas cripping out of McNair. All the Pyrus and the Bloods coming out of Baytown, man. All y'all gonna have to pull up, bro. Yeah, man. They go for Orange, Texas. They go for Beaumont. They go for Port Arthur. You hear me? Yeah, we gonna go sit down in that nigga establishment. He don't even know it yet. Y'all don't say nothing though. we We just go show up on that nigga ass. Ricky Samuels in the building. There go another one of my day ones right there, goddamn. Nikki Sunflower. Chris Jackson. Warrior King say, I say F the union work. I'm going non-union from now on, and I'm looking to use my skills to work with the community. I'll be on BCU to conduct business and the plan in the real way. Paper chasing Indian. What's up, goddamn old hustling ass nigga? I ain't seen you in a while, goddamn. You must been out there trying to shake a tree, goddamn. You must been catching plays. FaceTime radio, what up, though? Big Draco in the building. Roger say keep him posted. On which one, Roger? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Roger? Where you at in the world? Yeah, we're gonna have to make that happen. Nay, your ass gonna have to come outside. Your ass gonna have to come outside, goddamn. Early in the morning, late at night. Now y'all know it is Freaky Friday. Delayed flight, ain't that a? What Jesus at when you need him? Power, you should have bowed your head and called on the Lord. You should have bowed your head and called on the Lord, goddamn. Trees, your ass better have a date. I'm not going for all that. You ain't got no date, then we already know what time it is. Dreezy KO say, did you hear that Kyrie interview? He said it's tribe season. Time to find your tribe. Well, shit, I'm riding with Dree. I'm riding with Kyrie. Hey, listen, bro. Dreezy, you shouldn't have told me that, fam. That means we right on time. That means this is inspired by the ancestors. Dreezy, you hear me? Yeah, this here gotta be inspired by the ancestors. Tribe season, find your tribe, man. Y'all heard? You said a date. Say it again. I ain't see it. Say it again. Yo, it's tribe season, man. And then when we look around, everybody want to be mad at me. Nah, hell no, nigga. This the ancestors speaking, not. If you don't hear no motherfucking voice of your ancestors telling you, nigga, it's tribe season, nigga, it's time to go find your tribe, nigga, and put the family back together, then your ass ain't from here, nigga. You might need to go looking in Europe. They putting clans and shit back together. Portugal said if your ass was expelled out of there and you can prove you got the bloodline to go back there, nigga, then they giving citizenship. Y'all remember we broke that down in the lecture. Portugal say come back home. All you niggas, you Sephardic Jews, you black Jews, they got dispersed. Yeah, they say come back. Jacobites, you Jacobite niggas. I remember back in the game, I had pulled up the website. It's a whole website. It's like an ancestry.com, but it's specifically for you Jacobites. And yeah, man, it's tribe season. Us Indians, we finna go find our motherfucking families. We finna find the tribes. These niggas say the tribes, this shit bigger than the tribe. I wonder what Kyrie would have said about that. He would have heard one of these niggas come run up out here talking about it's bigger than the tribe. Nigga, this shit about mountains. Nigga, you sound like you finna go to stealing. Don't these niggas sound like the conquistadors and shit? This shit bigger than the tribe. What nigga say? We this shit about pyramid, nigga. This shit is about inventions. This shit is about technology. This shit is about gold. This shit is about rivers and streams. Hey, hold on. And y'all don't understand that, man. They come out and say this shit ain't about the family. I mean, this shit bigger than the tribe and the family, nigga. This shit is about the resources and you sound like and you ain't got no paperwork to be talking like that, nigga. You sound like you finna come steal some shit. You trying to colonize and raid, rob, and loot. Yeah, you niggas running around this hole trying to loot the town and shit, man. You niggas on the whole gold rush. and Terry 360. What's wrong with these niggas, bro? These niggas acting like this the motherfucking California Gold Rush or some shit, nigga. Hold on. Slow down, Mr. Aboriginal. We gonna need some paperwork, nigga. You ain't right there trying to lay claim to shit without a receipt. Where they do that at? If I said I'm American, believe now, nigga, cause y'all talking about y'all want to go take our pyramids. You motherfuckers trying to claim all of the good shit, all the shit of value. You want a nigga mounds and shit. Nah, hold on, bro. You ain't got no receipt, you ain't got no paperwork. Just believe in me. Nah, hell nah. Nigga, this ain't no motherfucker. Nigga, go to church. Brother, why don't you believe in me, brother? We're black we're copper colored. Fuck out of here. Niggas running around this whole man because we asking for receipts. Hey, what Kyrie did the interview at? I want to go check it out. Can anybody help us out with that one? I ain't acting like I don't see the date. Let me scroll up, bro. I really didn't see. I really didn't see the date. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. Kyrie quote, it's a lot of false information about our people, indigenous black people. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. That young nigga sound like he is spitting. Oh, yeah, we got genealogy class on Wednesday. And that's too early in the month. Trace, why would you go and pick the first week of the month? Like niggas ain't got mortgages and car notes and insurance and all in life. Yeah, a lot of women gonna be on a cycle that first. Yeah, we ain't got no more dates. Can we push it back a little further? Ishmael Bay, he gonna be in Atlanta that weekend. I think that's birthday weekend or some shit like that for Ishmael. So yeah, first week, I forgot to tell you that first week, it wasn't gonna be no good. I had a couple people email me and tell me they gonna be on their cycle. Yeah, and they didn't feel comfortable coming out the room. Yeah, then we gotta ride 2.5 hours. Who wanna be around that? Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at the calendar again and see if there's anything else on there. Hey, y'all, can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up in the building? Yeah, Sheraton. All right, so what? Somebody told me that, bro. I got the emails. I got the emails, bro. We want to make sure everyone have a. Y'all better listen. Y'all don't want to be on your cycle on trip. Y'all better go get the needle. Go get that birth control. Yeah, you don't do no bleed, fellas. That pussy like Jack in the Box. That pussy open 365 days out the year. You hear me? What they call it? They put some shit up in you and all that shit there. Yeah. Pussy don't never bleed. Night like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Yeah, she can't never do all that old. I got it. Yeah, you fuck 7 days a week. A machine. Heavy machinery. Yeah, that motherfucker there ain't never out of cycle. Yeah, that motherfucker there, boy, ain't never out of stock. You know how you used to, you remember back in the game that the machine to take your money and you got to beat on that motherfucker. Do. Yeah, goddamn machine malfunction. Yeah, that pussy like a McDonald's ice cream machine. Boy, sometimes that bitch up, sometimes it's down. Woo! It is always down, fellas, when you want it, when you need it the most. Yeah, y'all, that pussy like a McDonald's McFlurry machine. That motherfucking machine. I sorry, our ice cream machine is down right now. That ice cream machine down right now, fellas. You ever went out like I'm talking about this shit that you normally don't do? You just ran through a couple dollars and everything. You hear me? You done wine and dine and been special. You done held hands and pulled tails out and opened doors and oh, that pussy out of order. Oh, that pussy out of order. And fellas, and when they don't tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, we may never be friends again. That shit, that is perjury. You say you be charged at the high courts for that shit. You did what? I mean, boy, fellas, ain't nothing like motherfucker told you had that whole week that premeditated sex. Yeah, all week you been texting and typing and talking about what you gonna do to each other, and you gonna put your mouth well, you gonna do what? And boy, you done went out and bought an outfit, you done bought shoes, socks, drawers. You done filled the tank up and drove to the other side of town, then took a hot wine and dine, and you then came back home and you make that move. Miss, usually when I do this here, you do this. Usually when I do that, yeah. Why would you come out? Why would you come out? I don't like that type. Listen, that is perfect. You should be say, your ass, you lucky this ain't the old days. That black European to come out, man, they used to put them in dungeons back then. Yeah, your ass will be in a dungeon, in a dark dungeon, fucking with me. You did what? I done drove all the way over there in this motherfucking economy. Gas $5.19 a gallon. Motherfucking pussy got an out of order sign on it. Oh, no. We're going to have to get you, we're going to have to take you to the doctor to get you that shot. Turn up. We got to go to the doctor to get you that shot. What's that little shit called, lady? Man, I ain't about to play with y'all. This Freaky Friday. We got a good show today. We're going to go through some Pan-African scholars, and as they change their stance and their position on we're gonna see them change their stance and their position on this African shit. They're trying to back up. Not only trying to back up though, but they're trying to say, you know what, we all the same now, we all come together and we don't want to play. We don't want to play anymore. You bitches had an opportunity, sit at the table. Only reason why you're here now because you've been getting your ass whooped. The board is locked up. I'm gonna tell you right now, the same way that the Pan-African, see, niggas be running around here talking about they killed Pan-Africanism. See, nigga, I got the blood on my hands still. You know how I know that I killed it, that I had a lot to do with it? I ain't the only one did it, but I had a lot to do with it. You know how I know? You got a few signs. Cause shit, when I got here, Pan-Africanism was alive and well. Yeah, Pan-Africanism was thriving. That's a motherfucking fact, Jack. It wasn't until recently it started to fade away. I'm gonna tell you something. You know why? Because that fight stance, that walk them down, made niggas. You know what it do, bro? It just send you back home. If you got a doctor in your hand, you're going to sleep. So what people found out was that they had Pan-Africans start having to prove that they weren't African. They had to prove that they were African. Not only that, but where they was from in Africa and who was that African ancestor. And they couldn't do it. When a nigga stepped to him, fighting off the front leg in the high guard, it was nothing they can do. Now look at the elbows. Elbows running around here mad. They want somebody to feel sorry for them. I wish I the fuck would. I wish I would feel sorry for you bitches. Hang them. Drop the motherfuckers from the, yeah. Say I wish I would. You know what they're doing? And they going crazy. You had the other boy over there on Two-Hawk and them pound talking about they acting like we're terrorists. Y'all are terrorists. You are, bro. You're a poison in the minds of our people. You should be off the street, brother. Yeah, it should be no place in society for no nigga like you who know that the shit you kicking is fake and you still do it. You're dangerous. We're gonna get you off the street. We're gonna clean up our streets. Oh, yeah, and you know what? Because the Albos saying they had something to do with the Pan-Africans getting killed, right? Well, if that's the truth, look, the same technique that I fought the Pan-Africans in, I'm beating up the Albos with it. It's the same blueprint. Walking these hoes down. Kidney shot. Bring the 3 up on the nigga. Watch the 4. Bring the 2 back over, goddamn, and slide. Nigga ain't talking about nothing. And now look at them. They're in a position that they have to prove that they are from America. They have to listen, family. Niggas been talking this American shit, this Aboriginal shit, and now they have to prove. Just like the Pan-African, he had to prove that he from Africa, where he was from in Africa, and what was his African ancestor. Well, the Aboriginal now has to prove that his ass is from America, and he has to prove his American ancestor. Woo! Getting hot in here, ain't it? But niggas running around talking about they killed something and they stopped it. You know why a lot of these niggas can't use that Pan-African shit no more? Because when you talk to them about the truth and what's on the paperwork and what's their oral histories and all of that, the truth come out. Now look at the Aboriginals. They feeling that they got pressure on these niggas sweating. All you hear niggas running around now, they talking about it. But it's all the same. They want to use the definitions. Then when you read the definition say, bitch, shut up. We're not doing that. Where was your people in them in the 17, 1800? Hold on. Where my auntie at? Let me go get my auntie on you niggas real quick. Come here, auntie. Come tell these niggas what you told me. Hold on.
Here's one thing. Where was your ancestor at 17 and 1800?
Huh? That's a real good question, man. Where was you niggas at in the 17, 1800, man? No, fuck that, man. And now, so these niggas get walked down, and now they're being walked down. Now they're feeling how the Pan-Africans feeling. Because they're now what the Pan-African used to tell us, family, this is not fair. Yeah, you get to hear all that shit. Now they ain't fair no more. Now it ain't fair. Now nigga want to use the white man science. When you got to put all that shit down. When you can't use the DNA test. Check. When you got to go by paperwork. When you got to go by your family story. Don't nobody want to play that game. And so now look at them. It's the Albos' turn. Now they getting it. They seeing how them niggas. Nigga, this how Pan-Africanism failed. It failed because people had to tell the truth. And we're gonna make sure that you bear witness to that today from the testimonies from these Pan-African scholars. These Pan-African scholars are now having to come back and tell us what their family told us. And they're going to be truthful about them having to go study this African paradigm. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it by the pound. What Pac say? What niggas look mad for? Yeah. What Tupac say on that picture me rolling? What niggas look mad for? Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Oh, busters. Picture me rolling them with 500 beans. I got no love for these niggas. That's no need to be friends. Yeah, Jack. Coming there, hey man, getting the high guard on these niggas, man, coming out the front foot. Where your people them at, bro? Everybody got to go back to their family, bro. There will be no exceptions. There will be no titles in the future. There will not be none of these titles, bro. The Hebrews running around talking about they ain't no goddamn religion, walking around here with this religion ass book and this missionary work. Hebrew is a religion, brother. The religions got to go back to the religions. If I'm not saying y'all stop teaching all of that shit, bro, but we gonna make the genres. We gonna have the fiction and non-fiction around this whole nigga. We gonna have doctrine. If it's, hey man, if you kicking one of that shit, it's gonna fall under the doctrine category. That's all we saying. You niggas will no longer be able to tell our people that this shit right here is their bloodline or their nationality. Niggas gonna have to Ghost Music say, I'm still claiming Aboriginal, also Indian. I know my family was here in the 1700s. Check it out, family. My problem is not with the word. The words really don't mean shit, bro, unless it's the name of your nation that you coming from. All that other shit there, you using 2-3 names and all that shit there just to identify you. You know, it's a stage. So I wouldn't say that, but I be honest, Ghost, I never had a problem with the word. It was the shit that came behind it. Do Aboriginal mean what people say it means? Yes, the word means that. But then you have a group of people who's bringing doctrine behind it. You know, when you say Aboriginal, that shit encompass Moorish teachers. That shit encompass Lemuria, Mu, Atlantis, Phoenicians, Carthaginians. That shit there encompass all of that shit, bro. It's not the proper definition. It's the doctrine that these niggas then picked it up and they have dirtied it up. That's why we got to get it out of here. But even that, it's describing something. That shit is really useless, bro. Aboriginal ain't finna get a nigga a motherfucking thing. Nigga ain't finna get a motherfucking thing for being an Aboriginal or having a label Aboriginal. Nigga ain't finna get nothing for that, bro. But yeah, my thing was never about the word. It was about the niggas and the baggage that they brought in behind it. Yeah. So nah, man. I mean, I don't knock people who you know what I'm saying, especially if they got their paperwork and can prove it. Yeah, if they can prove it, bro. It's not that. It's the doctrine behind it. It's a paradigm, bro. Yeah, that's what my problem is with it. But the word do means what it say though. So you wouldn't be wrong, Ghost, if you used it, bro. Hey, y'all know it's Freaky Friday, so we gonna get into that. Hey, but yeah, them elbows, they mad. They don't understand what's happening now. No, bro, you got to go to your family. A lot of them niggas then talked about their cap shit about they got their genealogy and all that. Well, now's the time to prove it. What Kyrie say is what he say, go find your tribe. It's tribe season or some shit like that. It's tribe season, bro. Everybody going back to what they was on the board. Let's walk. Y'all ready to turn up in this hoe? Y'all ready to turn up? Yeah. All right. How long we been in here? All right. What time is it? I guess we can get started. So we'll see how this work, right? Now I put me a few slides together, bro. I just want to show an example, right? This is not my debate material. Just to show niggas, you know, how it work. Because this shit is crazy. Yeah, we gonna do it. We gotta do it right. Hold on, let me pull this one thing up. I don't know why I ain't think about this. Chat,
we know they love you, brother. But tell them to stop spamming the chat.
because they mess it.
Check this
out. Never forget. Uncle Si tried to, hey, you know what? Nah, I ain't even gonna say nothing. We'll just announce it when it's happening.
Please look at this.
The boy, shut your whole ass up.
You're not answering a question. Live in the South? Who you are. How do you prove that you are an American Indian without DNA? And the reason I'm asking you this is because if I was to go on all you guys' platform, you, the Hebrew Israelites, the Moors, and all these other people that say, oh, I don't use no DNA, I will guarantee you that I will see you using, not when I say you, I'm talking about the groups that I.
All right. My bad. Hey, can y'all hear that? Or is that low for y'all? Can y'all hear that? Can y'all, is the audio fine? Let me know in the chat if the audio cool. Okay, they said they can hear. All right. They said slide in the DM. Let me get out their business. Let me get out their business. Somebody say slide in the DM. I don't know if I supposed to seen it. All right, so here we go. It's yeah, like I say, I'll do it. You know, I want to say I'm not gonna put my good shit out here because I wanna save it for a debate or something like that. You know what I mean? Or when I really useful. I don't feel like this is a, you know, but I do want to lead by example. And so I always say, you know, I make myself goddamn the poster boy. Then let's walk. What we going with it first, Chief? What's up? What you want to do? What's on your mind? Okay, fuck it. We'll do the genealogy first. Which one, y'all? Yeah, we'll do the genealogy first. Fuck it. Let me share my screen. Whoa. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all on that like button. Make sure y'all on that share button. And make sure y'all jump in the goddamn Cash App on this Freaky Friday. All right, so we'll come here. Now this is one of my ancestors right here. Just beautiful as she want to be. You know, I showed records right here. You know, my family participating in the Confederate and also fighting for the United States colored troops. I want to bring it down here. Look at them Indians out there, goddamn me. Hey. All right, here goes my that family Bible right here. And you know, the other day this conversation came up. I was talking to my auntie and her older cousin, and you know, I was kind of telling y'all some of it yesterday. And my auntie said that my great grandma, my Cherokee, and she had some Choctaw in her as well. She she said she didn't know her birthday. The way that they found her birthday, it was in the Bible. And I said, hold on, what you mean? She said, yeah, she didn't know her birthday. She didn't know what her birthday was. But they kept all that wrote down in the Bible. And so I was like, man, I found a bottle. And they was like, yeah, it's an old Bible, it got all of it. And I'm like, all right. So when I sit down with the family historian on that side, you know what I'm saying? I put all those jewels right there together. Again, man, going into the genealogy is gonna be very, very important, man, to have your family be able to talk to you about the story, so these people don't just be names on the paper. I remember when I was doing it at my grandma's house, she was giving me the names and I was going through it, and I'm adding them to my tree, and I go down the census and I name the names, and every name that I name, she'll light up. She would light up, family, and she'll go into stories about them. Oh yeah, that person did this, that person did that, and it bring them to life. Cause we looking on the paper, we like, damn, that nigga born in 1800s, but damn, nigga, our people them know them people. That was their era. You hear me? And yeah, they had grandmas, and you know what I'm saying. We have these conversations with our grandmas and grandpas and shit, and not even understanding that our grandpas and grandmas had grandpas and grandmas. Man, it's a beautiful thing, bro. When we really get in the cycle of it, this big old chest right here, that motherfucker in Houston, and so we'll see if hopefully I sit down with the family historian, bro. I'm trying to. If they don't want none of that shit or they ain't taking care of it, bro, I'm gonna try to get in where I fit in it. They go slave records, niggas running around this whole time about slaves and all that shit there. They go a manifest of slaves on board. I gotta look at the other one. They go to manifest of slaves on board. He go a motherfucking ship manifest with the slaves on there, nigga. My grandma on the motherfucking paper. Right here, Brody, I want to show you something. Cause you had a lot of niggas out there. When we talk about admixtures, everybody here got motherfucking admixtures. Except Aboriginals. They full-blooded Aboriginal, whatever the fuck that mean, right? So when you looking at it, depending on when your people them got here, see, a lot of motherfuckers, they grandparents and ancestors just got here. I know, see, in the case like mine, this is why I say that it's very, very important that we look into our genealogy, bro, and never stop. Right now, me looking on there, it'll say a regular census. You know what I'm saying? It'll say if a nigga black, or it'll have a B for black right here. Example, you got your colors and you got your ages, your sexes, and all of this shit here. Tell you where they lived at and if their parents was born at and all that. Y'all know, we know what the census look like, right? And so it just have these labels on here. So just by looking at that, a nigga don't know what that means. Where that actually taking you to, where these people actually coming from. So what I'm saying is, you have a lot of, like me. If I was just gonna sit there and accepted this record, I wouldn't have knew where the fuck these niggas came from. All right, cause that bitch just say black. I want to try to use my story as example real quick. And so right now you got a lot of people running around here. They're claiming other titles, whether it be Aboriginal, Pan-African, Hebrew, any of this other shit. But we all here in America, right? So who are you and where your family really come from? In this case right here, we'll take this side. My grandpa and them. He has one slave. His one slave is his wife, which is my grandma. And you see right here, he sent her ass on a ship coming out of New Orleans to Galveston, Texas. Right here, my motherfucking, and it's my German side. That's them right there who I'm telling you. This nigga side is gonna come from a side of Germans. Now, when they broke off and bred in with these Indians, after these Indians, this is my Cherokee line gonna come down from. And I'm gonna show y'all how far it's in my family for the story to come all the way down. My grandma, whose name wasn't in the book, who they said, I mean, who name was in the book. Well, this family right here kept those records in those books. They still have the same surnames to this day. All right. And so I know I can see the German and the Cherokee because these people are going to come together and then people are going to be together for a long, long time in America. But they came to America so long ago that if we just looking on recent 1800s, you in the 1900 on census and shit, you will never know that. Niggas walking around this whole real live black European. Nah, man, come on, bro. Y'all gotta feel me, bro. These folks coming around here from Europe. So niggas say, well, just accept it. We from America. Well, ain't that what the white boy tell you? You got some white folks in this country who people them been here longer than some of these niggas running around here. You have white folks in this country that has been here, bloodlines have been here longer than some of these niggas running around here. Talking about they Aboriginal. Big bars. Big bar, a foundational white American. So let me show you, bro. Right here, my 15th great grandpa. Where the niggas at? Them niggas out of Germany, bro. I would never know this shit because, and then look, this when they got to America. That's my 15th, 7 generations after that. Oh, they're gonna be right here. They're gonna come from Germany. You see where they from right here, that Wittenberg, Germany. And then you're gonna see them come here. And then they gonna make it over here to South Carolina. All right, for the 8. Show you niggas how this shit work. Cause niggas talking about niggas ain't got no motherfucking 1600 right now. Bitch, shut up, ho. Shut the fuck up. And learn something. Sit your bitch ass down and learn. You niggas dirtying up the game trying to convince people that they can't go back and trace their stories. And so here you gonna see the goddamn line come here in the 1700s. In the 1700s, these goddamn folks gonna come here from Germany. But when the records get down, it's gonna stop saying that, and you're gonna just start seeing bees and black and all this type of shit on there, bro. So I'm saying, my nigga, where are you from? While niggas out here laughing at admixtures and all of this type of shit here, I'm not afraid to say, yeah, nigga, I had some German in me, nigga. I tracked them bitches all the way back to 1500, and I tracked them hoes to when they got to America, and when they start fucking with my people now. I tracked a migration out of South Carolina to Texas. I know when all of my lines got to Texas and where the fuck they came from. You think you can shame a nigga about some shit like that? Right here go another side. This my 8th great grandpa on this, and this nigga right here was a motherfucker. This nigga here got a town in South Carolina named after him and everything. This nigga here was a motherfucker. This nigga fought in the Revolutionary War. He received 300 acres from King George. That nigga owned land from that nigga that had a lot of land. A lot of records, historical records on this guy. He was a motherfucker and he was a Huguenot. This is my Huguenot 8th great grandpa who I be telling y'all about. Through his line, I track it from when his ass got here all the way to Texas. He didn't come to Texas, of course, but his descendant, he died in 1747. That's how long ago, bro. But again, looking through the records, by a nigga making it so far back in his genealogy and really doing genealogy, you can know who your admixtures are. Nigga can't laugh at me because y'all niggas admixtures in the 1900s. You niggas Ellis Island babies. You niggas people them come from Europe and Ellis Island, nigga, in the 1800s and shit like that. Yeah, nigga, I'll be an example. Here go another one of my grandmas right here, 9th great grandma. She was born in 1700, man, in North Carolina. Shout out to the North Carolina family in the building. Niggas want to tell you that you can't do genealogy or go back. I just want to use myself as an example. And nigga, this is you see, I ain't even like try to make this the slides pretty or nothing, right? Just we just gonna get to it. Over here, we'll do over here, bro. And this my line coming. This my mama and them side. My mama and them side. My mama and daddy and them side, right? Over there. Would you say, yeah, my mama and them side over there. Over here, so I take that back. This is my mama and them daddy side right here. So it's my mama and them mama side on that side. It's my mama and them daddy side over here. This is my 6th grade grandfather gonna take you to Virginia. All right, coming out of Virginia, then he gonna make it down here. That's 1800. Then he gonna make, but they say the record stopped at 1870. Yeah, I hear you, niggas. Niggas talking about courthouses burned down. They want to tell you courthouses flooded. They want to tell you chattel slavery lost the records and shit. Man, let's get some flames in this hoe. They want to tell you that these niggas lost the records. You got the freedmen them over there telling you that 1870 wall. No, like Shan say, hey, if you niggas hitting the wall in 1870, your records might not be in America, bro. Your records might not be. It was large migrations coming here from Europe, bro. Go find your people in them. All these old walls, and I hit a wall, and you might not be from here, bro. You can't force it. Let's walk. And so right here go my grandpa. This how my line end up in Texas right here. This is why I got him up there. My 6th grade grandpa. He gonna leave Virginia and he gonna make it down to Texas, bro. So that's how my mama, daddy side them, and then they coming out of Kentucky, Tennessee, Kentucky area as well. Right here, man. This is my 3rd grade grandma, bro. And I got a recording of, hold on. Let me do this. I got a recording of me talking to my grandpa, and we actually talking about her. He was shocked that I knew who she was or whatever. But hold on, let me do something. Just want to show how my people them got to Texas, bro. Damn, where you at, bro? All right, so I'm talking to one of my people them on this side right here, and I'm gonna let y'all hear some of that conversation. Because, like I say, the oral stories got to go behind it, bro. And now this was when I was a little earlier, in my genealogy. I didn't have these connections. But after I talked to them, then I was able to, it opened up everything for me, bro. So yeah, we ask these questions. That's why it's important that we do talk to our people and ask these questions. Let's walk. Oh shit, that ain't it. Brody, what's up? All right, let me scroll up. I know I had a motherfucker. Okay, here we go.
What side?
Really, either side. Either side. I mean, it really didn't matter. I was trying to see, did you guys know where we came from? I was at the genealogy library, and it was telling me that East Texas was the furthest I got.
Oh, okay. Well, on my dad's side, we originated from Louisiana. As far as I know, as far as my dad goes, my dad was from Louisiana. But you know what? That's a good question. I did some information from my mom and them. And what you doing, a class project or something? Or you just want to know where you're from?
Yes, ma'am. I just really wanted to know where I was from. Like, it's a lot of stuff.
What last name are you putting in? Oh no, it goes further than that because I know my daddy now lived in Louisiana. I remember that part. But it even goes further than that. What side? But it even goes further than that because his grandfather, my daddy's mother, is Port Indian, or his daddy was Port Indian, because Sparrow is an Indian name. And I've been intending to do that myself to figure out what's that about. What's your name? Okay, I'm gonna put you in my phone and I'm gonna find out some stuff and I'll get you
Okay, I had one more question. You said they was part Indian. You know what the other part they was then?
I don't know. Indian and black, who knows? But I know Sparrow is an Indian name. So that was something that I have been intending to do for a long time.
All right. So that's me chopping it up with one of my grandpa's sisters. And at the time, my grandma was still alive. You know, she was 100 years old. She was still alive, and she recently passed, my great grandma. And it was bad because I never did get to come back and have that conversation with her, you know, to get that information. But I never, you see, she didn't even know my name. She didn't even know who I was. She didn't know my name. But just the information that she had, she just knew that they was part Indian and part black. Part Indian, part black, part Negro. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Everybody here wasn't an Indian, which was understood. But motherfuckers knew if they was Indian or not. Niggas who wasn't Indian wasn't claiming Indian. They knew where they were from. They were claiming where they was from. If your ass was from Europe, nigga, you knew, your people them knew they was from Europe. There's some recent shit with niggas not knowing. But let's walk. So right here, bro, we have a slave record in Texas. This is a slave narrative of one of my family members, brother Will Shelby, a Peachtree. And now when you're dealing with this, all of this is Indian time, bro. If y'all know anything about East Texas. So when me and her was just talking about East Texas, this is in East Texas, Jasper, Newton, Kirbyville, all up in that area right there, bro. So Will Shelby of Peachtree, which is an Indian community, if y'all know anything about the development of Texas. He's a slender Negro, about 5 feet and 8 inches in height. He has thin features, brown complexion, short whiskers, and a pleasant continuum. He rides horseback 7 miles to town. And listen, this side of my family, remember I told y'all my people didn't be trail riding and shit? They just had like a little mini family reunion, get together, and guess what? These motherfuckers out there with horses and trailers and all this cowboy boots and Daisy Dukes and barbecue, and that's my people now. They chose to have their little family reunion like that. I ain't go, but my kinfolk them and shit went, but I ain't get the memo. But here you go. But he ride horseback 7 miles a town, which is proof of his activity for his 86 years. 86 years still horseback riding. He seemed to have character and have led a good life, led a good worthwhile life. I'm sorry. My name's Will Shelby. I lives in Peachtree section, 7 miles northwest of Jasper. I was born in Jasper 86 years ago last October. My father was Peter Shelby. He come from Arkansas. And my mother name was Phyllis Shelby, and she was part Indian. Us master, and right here he identified his mama with being part Indian. Again, and that Indian gonna come through her mama, which she breeded with a Negro. Us masters, Alfred, had a big plantation at Peachtree. He kept us about 6 or 7 slaves, and he was about good to us as most masters. Master furnished us with shoes in the winter, but his family didn't belong to no church and didn't read the Bible to us or help us learn to read and write. But right there, a narrative from one of my ancestors right there. Right here, we're gonna go over to my daddy mama side. And over here on my daddy mama side, again, I want to go back to the origins to show y'all how my family got to Texas. So we would have to go back to the 1800s to find that information. So we're going to use my 5th great grandparents. We're going to use my 5th great grandparents. Both of them were born in 1800. Both of them were born in 1800. Where they was born at? Right there in Virginia. Right there in Virginia. So I keep telling y'all, Chief got that Virginia in him. I was fucking with you, Virginia Indians, goddamn. Shout out to I'm Born here. Shout out to Donna Grant and them. I don't believe in coincidences and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I take you back real quick. In Houston, we ride swingers, elbows. And I had cracked one of my swingers, man. I was coming down Ella Boulevard in Houston. The whole car raised up. It's me and my nigga Loco, free the homie Loco. He out of Fifth Ward, Brewster Park. Man, we coming down Ella, and the whole car raised up and crack my swinger. Shout out to Gator, man. Rest in peace, Gator, man. 56 legend. A motherfucking trap star legend, goddamn. The homie Gator, my nigga, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Gator ain't from my hood or nothing. We ain't grow up together, but we met in the game, man. And I cried when I shed tears when that nigga died, man. They had, yeah, man, my nigga, man. Shout out to Gator. But I ended up going to go get a wheel from him. He sold me a swinger for $575. One of my best friends, little Marvin, had got killed. His weight was that night, and I needed a wheel. Shout out to the homie Marlon, my Paru homie. He put me in connect. He said, man, he wanted you. He crippin', man. I met the nigga at Greenspoint Mall, got my swinger, man. But I went and got that broke swinger. I went and got a tech. I can't think of old school name right there on Lil York. He be but he wailed up there. But he gave me a keychain. He gave me a keychain that said we didn't meet by coincidence. And when you flip it, it say there's no coincidence in the universe. And so, yeah, man, a lot of people that I meet on this journey, a lot of us that's in here right now, it's not by coincidence, man. But that just came across my mind. I wanted to share that. But yeah, I'm coming out of Virginia, 1800s, and both of these lines gonna come down into, well, her line gonna go into Alabama and then come to Texas, though. His line gonna go straight to Texas. Over here, this is the slave owner of the family coming from that line. These were the slave owners right here, born in New Hanover, North Carolina. His name was James Stanley. He married Rebecca and had 6 children. Passed away in 1803. And I got his dad in them and all of their records, and they come from England. I traced them back to England. But if you're looking at documents on, you gotta, yeah. But I traced them back pretty far. I think I got down into maybe the 1600s, the mid 1600s with them. But they was they slave owners. Big Osceola, man. You nigga know what it is. Right here, bro. I clipped all of this shit here with all of the names and all of that, bro, so we could just get to what's important. And right here, when you look on here, we got William Paul and we have Polly Coppinger. All right. If y'all familiar with William Paul Polly Coppinger, that's Osceola parents. You're gonna have a Scottish line come through there. You also gonna have a Spanish line. The admixtures with the Creek. But if you ask Osceola, he gonna tell you he full-blooded Muskogee. He ain't play that shit. Don't disrespect me, hoe ass nigga. His grandpa and them, they was the McQueens and shit. I broke all of this genealogy down, bro. I ain't scared to say what was found in my bloodline. Give a fuck, nigga. What? Yeah. I'd rather know than not know. I'd rather get caught with it on me than not have it. You hear me? I'd rather be prepared than to be unprepared. But that's Big Osceola right there. Running through Big Chief Top Cat bloodline as well. And that's gonna come through my mama. I mean my daddy, mama, daddy and them side. And that's them. Man, I was supposed to put up that picture of me and my grandpa, but I ain't do it. I was gonna put them side by side. And that's them Alabama Indians right there. I want to do this here. I want to do something.
science on something or to do research, because he who does not do DNA, what kind of research or science that you bring into the people?
Hey, Raphael, hey, y'all don't block nobody. Yeah, there go Kyle. Kyle jumped on him. Yeah, y'all had a conversation with him. Hey, soon as I finish this, brother, I'll be right with you. But Kyle got him right now. But I'll be right there with you, my FBA Pan-African brother. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, share the video, and jump in the Cash App in a real way.
Deal with DNA if you calling yourself a historian, if you calling yourself a researcher, if you calling yourself to bring the information to the people. If you're not using DNA, how can we trust your information? So my question to you, my brother, is how do you prove that you are an African, that you are an Indian American? How do you without using
Shout out to Sarnetta.
Alright, I'm gonna do like this. Give me about 30 seconds.
I had to go and prove my great-grandparents who their parents were.
She had to go prove. This my auntie right here. Me and her talking. Yeah, I will call you. I'm gonna call you. Fucking with me. But yeah, this me and her chopping it up, and she gonna tell the importance of genealogy, bro. Genealogy is the key, bro. It's the only motherfucking way. It's the only way. Six generations. How many of us out there can get back to our 6 great-grandparents? It's taking us back 6 generations to take us back to our 6 great-grandparents. And we got a lot of those. You get to your 6th grade, you got a lot. Man, I got names and I got grandpas and grandmas. I'm like, damn, that's my grandma. Damn, that's my grandpa. I don't know these people. Never heard of them. I'm like, damn, that was one of our last name. That was like, this shit is real, bro. Let's walk. Wait, time out, y'all. So y'all can't hear? Hey, can y'all hear? Somebody say it's low. Sister Runner Johnson in the building. That was a great show yesterday. Appreciate everybody goddamn pulling up at Truth Uncompromised yesterday. Every Thursday, y'all want them that some news, goddamn, y'all can use every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, give me a 1 or 2 in the chat if y'all can hear it. Okay, they say it's low. Ew. Everybody saying it's low. All right. Nope. No problem. We'll do this.
Property in Louisiana.
using DNA, how can we trust your information? So my question to you, my brother, is how do you prove that you are an African, that you are an Indian American? How do you prove that without using DNA?
All right, I'm gonna do like this here. Give me about 30 seconds.
I had to go and prove my great-grandparents who their parents were. So they made me go back 6 generations in order to clear the property in Louisiana. That's a long time.
Yeah.
So they kind of got mad because most Black people don't know, because I have been studying this, and my grandmother made me do it since I was 17 years old.
Let me stop it right there. My grandma, who's in her 60s, pushing 70s, she say her grandma stopped her when she was 17. But I want you to understand something, bro. My auntie ain't pulled nobody else in our family to the side. I got cousins and shit my age. She got kids. She got her sisters. They got boys and shit. They have girls and shit our age and that's responsible. But for some reason, she pulled my ass to the side. Her grandma, she got sisters and all that. My grandma had a handful of kids. they had sisters who had kids and shit. But her grandma pulled her to the side when she was 17 years old. And my auntie pulled me to the side. And this the type of shit I gotta listen to, I gotta go through, because she felt like it was, you know, that goddamn I could preserve it, and I don't know. And so that's what I'm here for right now, bro. I'm trying to live up to that goddamn, and hopefully when it's all over, I did a good job.
I'll do it. Police can trick me on nothing. You see?
Mm-hmm.
If they can trick you, that's how white men feel. And that's how they have been able to feel. Because if they can trick you and say, it's a loophole right here, well, you can't prove that you know it's your great grandfather, but where's the grandparent? And you still.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I leave it right there. I just wanted to. That was important because I'm not out here talking about no goddamn genealogy and the importance of it. Somebody told me the importance of it. You feel me? This was the way that she was tracking hers, and this is the way that her grandma taught her how to do it. Her grandma ain't teach her how to go look up a DNA test. Her grandma ain't say, fuck all of this here, the paperwork, the courthouses and all of this shit here burned down. She sent her ass out there to the family cemetery. Check. Sent her ass out there to the cemetery and made her write all of the names down on the tombstone. And then she set her down and she told her the stories, the oral history behind them. Come on, somebody. That's when nobody out here talking about go get no DNA test and all of this shit here. This the way that we preserved it, and this the way it was passed down. And goddamn it, she chose me to do it. And so with my voice, I use that to come out here and tell y'all to do it. Even though y'all, you know, a lot of us already been doing it, but that's why my message is centered in that. That's why that's the foundation of my message. This ain't no shit I came up with. And I used that to fight all of these niggas' ass with so they can free the people and release the people from these doctrines and send them back to their families, bro. Yeah, fuck all the doctrines. Let's get on the road to doing genealogy and connecting back with our family, goddamn. Let me share my screen. We ain't done. We not done. And so right here, man, I know y'all seen this one, but we're gonna go over it again.
Kept saying,
this time, this me talking to my grandma. Now, on that Shelby, when I had my grandpa on the line, I couldn't find it in my damn notes, though. When I'm talking to him and he telling me that his grandma, and it's crazy when y'all hear it, I was telling him, I had told him his grandma's name, and he said, how you know, no, I told him that his daddy was raised by his grandma. And he said, how you know daddy was raised by his grandma? And then he started telling me stories about her, how she used to give him coins and shit when they was little. And he was telling me about how she used to work her own farm by herself. She didn't need no help. She cut the grass. She did everything around there. And he said, and I didn't ask him nothing of that. He just came out and said she was an Indian. And I needed that audio to put on that slide, but it's all good though. But it's me and my grandma right here chopping it up. Let's walk.
Your daddy's people don't come from the Indians.
Because Mama Sarah, Daddy would take us to the Indian reservation down there, so we could see who the Indians was. But Mama Sarah was related to the Indians. She was an Indian. She was, if you've seen her, she had real long hair when we were children, but as she got older, you know, her hair came out. But, yeah, okay. Ruth looked like an Indian. My sister. Let me show you. Get a picture.
What, you remember the reservation?
I can't remember the day.
Was it in Livingston?
was in Western Europe.
Okay, yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
And that's where his family was at. All right, so right here, man, Alabama Coshada Indians, bro. At this time, 3 bands of Coshada Indians lived in surrounding areas. 1 band under Chief Kalita lived in the area called Smithsville. It was located 10 miles north of Drew Landing. I appreciate that love, Lloyd Haskin in the Cash App. Appreciate that love, Kennedy in the Cash App. Appreciate that love, Eric in the Cash App. Goddamn, don't let them be the only one to support the show. Jump in the goddamn Cash App. All right, the second band of Indians lived in Cooley Creek area, Cooley Creek Road. That's FM 223. It is a old Indian trail, The third band of Indians was Chief Mingo. The third band of Indians was Chief Mingo. Niggas running around here, talking about, he's from bro, chill. So, my grandma right there, who was just talking, this is my grandma right here. I mean, that was talking, that was saying the one come from the Indians and all of this shit here. Well, that's her right there. I want to play something. I want to do this real quick. She say all this stuff in her head. I gotta document the information that she give me. You know how passionate she is with it, bro. I'm sitting there like, bro, I can't fuck this up. Somebody came and trusted me with, I can't fuck this up. But this right here is my grandma. Her brothers and her nephews are going to run the tribe. They're the Mingos. Right here is a text message from, this is me and my auntie texting. So I'm asking her, Auntie, when you get a chance, can you send me the Mingos name and Sam Houston friend name and places possible from a conversation that we had? She hit me back, sure. This was October 10, 2020. When I had asked her for that information again. And so she gonna hit me back October 10, 2020 at 10:30. And she gonna give me the name, the Mingos. And then the Mingos was Sarah. Who is Sarah? This is Sarah right here. That's Sarah. The Mingos. That was Sarah, your great grandmother. Nephews. Who is this right here? This is my second great. This is my great grandmother. It's how the oral history ties in with the genealogy. It's my great grandma. Mingo is a junior. Mingo that served Sam Houston as a messenger during the Texas Revolution was our family. And then he go the book right here that is referencing the name of the book in the history of Polk County. The father was Chief Mingo. Okay, thank you so much. Send me some more names, if you can think of them. So when you hear my grandma saying that her grandma, because we got to remember, it's my grandma, and it's talking about her grandma. All right, that's how it works. That's how we pass it down. And her grandma, brothers, and nephews ran the tribe, the Coshada tribe. Now we're gonna go down here to their source. The Beasleys befriended the Indians and aided and teaching them civilized ways. They lived until a land grip caused the death of all except 3. Let me come down. These went to live with the Alabama Indians. These went to live with the Alabamas at Indian Village. One lady raised bushels of the real Indian peaches. Mingo and Stafford were later chiefs. Mingo served Houston in the capacity of a messenger during the Texas Revolution. So that's what my auntie is talking about. All right. And then we'll come here. Remember, I always say, bro, my people and them sided with the French, and meaning he ended up taking on the French wife. So right here in the book, they're going to talk about it as well. They say Mingo stepped away from the customs of his people. So they say he stepped away from his Indian customs and married a negress. Married a Negro who was the daughter of one of John Gar's slaves. So he married John Gar, one of John Gar's slaves. And this right here caused my family to fall out with them. All right. So when we come over here to the chief history, after 1859, a small number of Cashadas remained in Colita Village in San Jacinto County under the leadership of Chickasaw, Abbey, and Mingo. The last of these Cashadas moved to Alabama Cashada Reservation in 1906. A lot of my people didn't want to go to the reservation or even fuck with them niggas because the falling out that they had, telling a nigga going outside of the customs, and y'all got all these white folks in here. Well, later they were in the 1880s and 90s, and through that you will see a lot of them come in, and also 1906, a lot of these motherfuckers, a lot of the white people in the mixed race is gonna start coming on there. But yeah, my people and them still remained out there in Polk County after that. That's called a warning shot. That's called a warning shot. You hear me? It's called a warning shot. I ain't do nothing but about probably 6, 7, 8 people on there. But these niggas out here talking about they'll go genealogy to genealogy with a nigga and all of this shit here. We can line it up. Man, let me tell you something. Don't never let nobody try to shame you about how you ended up here. You didn't have a choice in the matter. And so, yeah, man, don't never let nobody try to shame you for having admixtures or any of these things. The person that wins is the person that knows their story. The person that wins is the person that... I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I ain't going to be here long. It's 1 o'clock. I might can still catch the barbershop. We got the link in the chat, man. Anybody want to come up? Anybody have anything they want to share? The link is in the chat. Hey, y'all see this shit here? Hey, the nigga Brown said Negress is definitely an African. See, you see what happens, bro, when you guess? We don't have to guess if she a African or not, bro. She was Creole. She was a Creole lady, bro, out of Shreveport, Louisiana. How do I know this? They're still in my family, bro. They still in the family, bro. If you didn't hear me when I started off, when I always say that my people and them sided with the French. They banged on us because my people and them had a baby by a French lady. It's not, why the fuck would it be African, bro? If I just told you that she was French, bro. It was some Creole shit. He said Creole don't mean she not African. Well, where is she from, bro? I have her genealogy as well. We don't guess around here, but hit the link if you want to talk about it, bro. I'm up here. Hey, what that other guy that was in my chat? What's up with it, Lady Spade? She said, I'm sure we all got Caucasian and I passed somewhere. I know my white lines too. I trace my white lines back to Europe. England on one side. Yeah, them niggas white. I got pictures of them. I got their grave sites. I got all this shit. Native on the Bayou, the link in the chat, family. Native on the Bayou, say drop the link. It's in the chat, family. David say he a real Indian. David, hit the link. We want to talk to a real Indian. Hit the link, David. Since you say you're a real Indian, hit the link and come up here and talk to us. Oh, that's what I thought. He say Google Paleo Indian DNA. Those are the first names in America. Look at my avatar. They were copper colored. Bro, we're not here to question the first Americans. If you're talking about the first American, we'll question it. Can you prove that you can tie yourself to the first American? So you would have to tie yourself to the first Americans. NTB, what's your name, bro, and where you calling from? NTB, you got the mic. What's up?
Hey, what's happening, Top Cat? I'm calling them about the show that you did yesterday when you speaking about the
Hey, hold on, family. You kind of choppy. Say something now.
Hold on, let me get my dick. Hold on.
Yeah, you still choppy too. Hey, link in the chat. Link in the chat. Pull up. She said these bots have no genealogy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much better. Much better.
All right, I want to talk about the show that you did on yesterday about the Yamasi.
Okay.
All right. Now, yesterday you actually gave out some misinformation, so I'm actually here to clear that up.
Okay,
see what people don't fail to realize when you talk about the Yamasi, what happened is with the slave trade and all that was going on, you had the Westos and the Tuscarora and them that helped the British first, okay? And then what wound up happening is after, how they say, it ain't fun when the rabbit get the gun, that will wind up happening. When the Yamasi and them wind up getting the gun and doing unto others as they done unto us, then they want to cry, whoa. You see what I'm saying? And that's how all that started. We didn't help the British first enslaved Indians. It was the Westos and the Tuscaroras. And also, it was the Iroquois Confederacy as well. You see? So I just was calling this to correct some misinformation. That's all.
Okay, what was the misinformation part?
When you said that the reason why the Yamasi fell out with the British because it was some personal beef, and actually it wasn't no personal beef. You see, what wound up happening is that the British and them, they were short on skins and stuff that we gave them, and they were trying to tax the Yamasi.
Exactly.
So they say, well, since we can't get no money off of y'all, we got to take and enslave y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because they wanted to have a meeting with my family. If we say we're not going to no meeting, we're going to attack them on the Easter weekend in 1715. You see? And that will wind up happening. But what most people don't know is the Indian, the Tuscarora and the motherfucking Iroquois Confederacy and the Westo, they was the ones that was helping enslaving the Indians them first. You see,
Right.
but nobody
Okay.
don't
So,
want to talk about that.
all right. No. Well, actually, we have talked about it, and we got bills on it, the Indian slave trade and everything. Well, we're showing the participation of the Rickahokins, the Terra, the Westos, the Erie. We also talk about when they came down, when they left. They came down in 1656 in the Virginia area. They left from out of there and went down into the Savannah area. All right, and this is what we're gonna have. We're gonna hit the Westos come down into the Savannah area. When the people came here from Barbados, the Goose Creek men, the people who the Yamasee later had a relationship with, and they later end up falling out. With the trade situation and them putting the taxes on them and all of that, that was when I said they had a personal beef. That's why I said that, because it was business.
Oh, okay.
They were doing business with each other, and the business went bad. You know, however it went, the business went right, and they fell out of it. Understandable. So that's why I said it was a personal relationship. I mean, of something personal. When it came down to my question is this. So I do agree that the Iroquois, because all of this is gonna come down through the Beaver Wars, and it's gonna end up coming down into Virginia, down into Savannah area, and it's gonna help it's gonna go down into the Sea Islands. This the trail that I'm talking about. All of this shit here is gone. All right, my question would be this here: who would be the original Yamasee?
Which one that you're speaking of? Because you have people that's called themselves Yamasee, and I'm not gonna say they're not, but from what I seen, bro, when you had my cousin who was actually on the video that you had, my Miku Hojo Jalami.
Now let me say this here. Now
he's the B Miku.
I look at him like a real Yamasee. That's why I called him Chief. That's why I called him Chief yesterday. Now you do have some other Yamasees around here. This is why I wanted to talk to a Yamasee. But break it down, brother. Why you were saying that?
Well, if there was Yamasee, they would know what the clans were at all. You see, now you had a lot of people that was under another how you said they was under Dr. Malachi Ziyok.
Right.
But it's like Dr. Malachi said. He said, because I'm Yamasee, that don't make y'all Yamasee. He said you need to find your bloodline. But they figured because they was Nuwabians, they figured that they was Yamasee, and that's not so.
So what about what Yamasee branch would you represent?
I am under the Yamasee Muskogee Creek Nation, where my chief is Sekou, Bimeku, Hojo.
How long y'all been in existence?
For thousands of years.
Okay, good answer. Let me ask you this here. What was Yamasee before 1700? Were they always called Yamasee? And if so, what do we find them on the maps, on the earlier maps?
Well, you have to understand when you're talking about the maps from who perspective. You had the Spanish, and then you had the
right. So yeah, let me clarify that.
Then you had the British, and then you had the Dutch, and everything. Well, it had been recorded by the Spanish that they have known us as the Yamasee since the 1500s.
Did they go by another name? Because I had some Yamasees tell me that they didn't go by Yamasee. They actually went by another name. Start with an A.
We was old. Oh, you talking about the Ase Hama? That was actually a name of a chief. That was not a name of a village, and that was not a name of a tribe. The Ase Hama was actually a chief.
So you actually heard somebody. You actually heard this before as well.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're talking about. The Atahama is actually a name of a chief. That was not a name of a village, and that was not a name of a tribe. Okay. And even with that, we was called the Guel, right? was called the Guel. That's on the maps as well. You know, that you can find by the Gullah Islands. You know, which is also Yamasi. You know, and yes, we went by many other names, but that name was actually the name of a chief.
All right. One more question, and then I'm coming to you, Shrugs. Is Yamasi a bloodline? Is it one bloodline, or is it an amalgamation of tribes?
We are one bloodline. We are one bloodline, and then after the 1700s, after the Yamasi War, then we took those who was in the war with us that actually came down to Florida with us. Then they joined us. But
Right,
Yamasi
when you say they took others, who them other tribes?
Yamasi is a bloodline. Huh?
All right. The reason why I asked it because when we look hitting the history of Yamasi, we see different tribes who banned. We see different tribes under the Yamasi banner, and so
right, that was the Yamasi. That was the Yamasi Confederation before it became known as the Muskogee Confederation or the Creek Confederation.
All right, what year would the Yamasi Confederation come? Because the Muskogee came in 1540 after the Soto. That's when they banded together with the Muskogee. Because my tribe, Kasadi, we end up getting down with the Muskogee call after the Soto
The
after
Muskogee,
the Spanish hit.
The Muskogee Confederation came right after the 1700s when it became known as the Creek. We always had the Yamasi Confederation. Always.
Did you come under Malachi Z. York teachings, or do you believe in? I mean, is it any truth in Malachi Z. York teachings? Let me ask this.
Truth to what?
True to any of his teachings on the Yamasi Moors, Yamasi Moors.
Well, first of all, the Yamasi never called themselves Moors, so that's inaccurate.
Why you think they mixed the two?
I don't know why they mixed that like that, but if you remember, Dr. York went through a lot of schools, okay? Right. And when he speak about his father's side of his family, his father's side supposed to have been from Sudan, right? Right?
Right, correct.
So they consider.
Did he ever change? But nah, keep going. But I'm familiar with the Sudan.
Yeah, they consider Sudanese Moors. Okay, so I guess by his father being a Moor or Sudanese and his mama being Yamasi, then he said Yamasi Moors. But the Yamasi never called themselves Moors. We don't even much have that word in our language.
So, is there a connection between the Yamasi and the Moors?
No.
Is there a connection between Yamasi and Africans?
The Africans that was brought into South Carolina in the 1600s, and that was on the rice plantation and the tobacco plantation and the cotton plantation and all that there. When the War of 1715 happened, you had both Indians and Africans on the plantation. So when we did the plantation raid, we actually brought those Africans that was from the West Africa down there with us to Florida, and they're the ones that became known as the Black Seminoles.
All right, hold on, I'm gonna give my boy Shrugs in, then we'll finish. I got a few more questions. I want to appreciate you coming up in NTB, man. I've been asking them to go find me a Yamasi. Go find me a Yamasi.
Well, you got you one.
I turn. Hey, where you from? Where you from? Georgia or South Carolina? Where you from?
Who you talking about, me?
Yes, sir.
My family and them range from Carolinas. And what most people don't know is that the Carolinas stretched to way over here to the Mississippi River, which is now known as Louisiana. You know, so yes, we stretch weight over here as well.
Hey, Back for What's Mine. If you in the building, somebody go find Back for What's Mine with me. I don't know why he kind of got that Back for What's Mine. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all go find Back for me. Tell him pull up. Hey, what's up with the Shrugs? What you got for us? You got any questions for Yamasi?
Well, no, I actually had one for you. Just want to get some clarity on the name. I believe when you're speaking with your grandmother, when I didn't know if she said Pharrell or if you guys were speaking of Pharrell or Pharaoh. I couldn't tell what she said 100%.
I
When
text
she
it to
said
you.
that's the what was that?
Yeah, I hit you the DM. I got you.
All right.
Yeah, do you anybody out there, man, while we had a Yamasi in the building, and I'm gonna tell you this was my thing with the Yamasi. I wanted to talk to Yamasi and I want to talk to a Washita. So it's been a story, a situation, the origins of the Aboriginal community. Are you familiar with the Aboriginal community?
I hear a whole lot of stuff, bro. I hear a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, so so they have a community, man, that was birthed. Are you familiar? Okay, so do you believe that the Moors are from America?
No.
Okay, all right. So that is a movement that started from Moors claiming America. From there, it led to them claiming certain tribes that can be identified as Black Negro colored tribes. The Yamasi came up, and you had the Yamasi Moors put on there attached to it. You had the Washita Moors. They claim the Algonquins. They claim the Iroquois, and it's one more, the Seminole. All right, so when I hear it, I say, well, damn. Then we see Dr. York with the Moors down there. You have, I don't know how many different Yamasi branches is it? Because if you go on the internet, it's so much different information, but it's coming from, I guess, different groups of
Well,
types of Yamasi.
I only know of two that call themselves Yamasi, right? That's the Atahama one, and also the Cute, right? That's the only two that I know. The Cute.
Okay.
The Cute. Yeah, that's the only two that I know that's claiming to be Yamasi, but yet I never saw them come to none of the family reunions. So I'm like,
So y'all do actually have family reunions?
Yeah, we just had one just passed.
What they consist of? Break it down for us. Is it like bloodline, or how did y'all find the Yamasi or bring the Yamasi back together? My people them was Seminole. I just showed Osceola is my is my family. So my people them was the Seminole down there in that area right there, Alabama area. A lot of them ended up migrating to Texas, but my Seminole family ended up was down there in that area. So how did y'all put together the Muskogee back? How did y'all find everybody again?
We always had the family records and everything, and we already still had the clans that was still attached. You know what I'm saying? That never was broken. Actually, when you say Seminole or Seminole, as we say, there was no Seminole until after the Yamasi War. See, what people don't fail to realize is that after the Yamasi War, then it became known. They started calling it the Gullah, so it became the Gullah War. And then after the first and second Gullah War, then you had the first Seminole War, the second Seminole War, and the third Seminole War, which actually all those wars were still the continuance of the Yamasi War.
See, so, but if we, all right, I'm gonna say this. See, but it will be an extension then, because we really wouldn't be able to start it at the Yamasi War. It'll really go back to the Iroquois. Hey, they go back right there.
The Iroquois War didn't have anything to do with the Yamasi.
You don't think so?
It didn't have nothing to do with the Yamasi.
All right, so once because this war that happened down in the Sea Islands, the Yamasee war. Hey, back the link in the chat, back. All of this here was a domino effect. That's how the Ricker Hawkins got down there to the Savannah. That's where they all end up meeting it right before Charleston jumped off, because these people this before the 1700s, this in the 1600s. The Beaver War is gonna bring them down into the Great Lakes. Then they gonna migrate from there into Virginia. They gonna leave Virginia. They war with the Powhatan them and shit, Bloody River and all of that. Then they gonna come down into the West Coast, came down into the Savannah area.
Yeah, but what you forgot is that we was fighting already before the British even came down with the Westos. We was already fighting. See, we was fighting the motherfucking Spanish in the 1500s. Okay,
right.
So after we beat the Spanish, and the British and them found out that we beat the Spanish, and it was like, well, fuck, we got a new ally. You know what I'm saying? And they can help us to finish beating the motherfucking Spanish. You see? And then when all that came down with the Westos and shit, everything in the Yamasee wound up being the superpower at that time. After that, then we wind up falling out with the motherfucking British and wind up becoming friends with the Spanish again, and then we're fighting the British. So we was helping, we was going back and forth, you see, but we never went all the way up north into the Confederacy of the Iroquois. You know what I'm saying?
No, y'all didn't, but the Iroquois came down to y'all though. The Westos and the Erie them, those were Iroquois tribes. They came down into y'all. So right here when because I'm putting it at Charleston because of the we're gonna go through the situation when they got there. So you say the reason why Yamasee started enslaving other Indians is because they were being enslaved first, right?
Right.
So which is in truth to that. In my lecture, I say they went from being the hunted to the hunter. And so I describe it that way too. Shout out to Back for What's Mine, Savannah in the building, man. Back, man, the brother came on, man. We got a real Yamasee brother in the building. He don't believe the Moors are in America. He don't believe the Yamasee or Moors. Yeah, let's walk. What you got for us, Back?
What up? Peace. Give me, I'm good money. What's happening, Chief?
Slow motion.
Okay, power to the nation. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, they put the SOS out. I had to come through and see what's happening. Yeah, I'll be in that area next week. Y'all know boots on the ground. I'm gonna bring y'all to go with the books, but I'm with Chief what he said, because what the Yamasee files what I got now, different sets, and yeah, they were being hunted, and the Erie and the Westos that came down from that Great Lakes area and ended up enslaving people too. A lot of people got shipped out to these Barbados, especially Charleston, the Condronin Islands. You want to look at that? I found a link. I was talking with someone today, one of my surnames, and I don't know, it's gonna get real heavy with that. But you had a lot of Yamasee. From what I look at it, it's like became a confederation. People was coming in, joining, escaping, and then you had some Yamasee that were actually into the slave trade, and you had some of the Moors that was mixing in with that. You can see that it was with some of the turbans, some of them. But what I'm gonna do with the boots on the ground, hashtag BOTG with back, I'm gonna go out there and get that footage, you feel me, and talk to the people around there, because my people are from Estelle. And if you're from Yamasee, you know Estelle is right up the street. About 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, you say? Oh, my bad, I mute my mic. Y'all can hear me? I'm good money?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, channel say, what about the Yamakra in Savannah? What y'all got on the Yamakra? We'll start with you, NTB.
Yamakra They was right there in the Savannah area, and old boy, Tamasha actually went to England to portray himself to be a chief, and he actually gave land to the British Crown, and that's how they became known as Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But he was not a chief, you see. He wasn't a paramount chief. He wasn't no B McCool. He wasn't no village McCool. You know what I'm saying? He just was a regular Indian. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they dealt with him when he got back, because he didn't have the rights to sell the land.
Do the people down there still identify with a Yamacraw bloodline?
You have some people that actually identify with Yamacraw.
What they call it, Frog Town down there? Frog Town. Y'all got something on Frog Town?
That's like right there on the other side of the Savannah River on the Georgia side. That's like right around Savannah City area.
With that much history right there in that area, that's why I asked, do some of the people, because they still, a lot of that shit still titled. You know what I'm saying? Still titled. They don't have historical markers. Let me ask you this here: the relationship with the Goose Creek men. Were the Goose Creek men black? The Goose Creek men, the traders that came from Barbados that was dealing with the Yamasee, were they black people or white people? And,
no, they was melanated.
Yeah, that's what I found in my research too. These were
because see, you have to remember, they was shipping it, right? They was shipping Politan, the Yamasee, they was shipping out the Catawba, they was shipping out the Petey, they was sending them out there to Barbados, they was sending them to Jamaica, they was sending them to all the Caribbean islands, you know what I'm saying, to work on the sugarcane plantations, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and you know, when you ship people out and everything, they wind up having alliance and formed on the islands and everything, and people marrying families that was on the islands. Because you got to remember, even though they was on the island, sometimes they would come to the mainland and get things from tribes on the mainland, and you know, they even had children, you know, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? What they had on the island that they didn't have on the mainland, they bought it here and trade with us, and we gave them what was on the mainland and gave it to them to go on the island. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I found it funny when he was saying that how the Tainos and them supposed to have been extinct when things got heavy. The Tainos and them got on their canoes and came up this way. You know what I'm saying? They came amongst us over here in the southeast. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah.
Yeah, that whole connection from Cuba, Florida, all that area. A lot of them in the Uchis end up going down there. Really, after this, the 1763, after that proclamation, a lot of them did back into Florida. A lot of them went off into Cuba as well.
Yeah, that's because what most people don't know that was the Southern Railroad. You know, the Southern Underground Railroad when they went to the islands. You know.
Yeah, and later you had McGilvery. That's why they always associate that Treaty of New York with the Underground Railroad down there in the South. Alexander McGilvery ended up signing that Treaty of New York, saying he was speaking for the Creeks and the Seminoles down there. That's when they went down. They got that connection back with the Spanish. He had a relationship with the Spanish and with the U.S. And that nigga made $1,200 a month in his contract with the U.S. A lot of other Indian agents that came from out that area. Well, now that was McDonald's. They also came down there with them. The Scottish presence with the Seminole. y'all consider y'all classify the Yamasi with the symbol. Hold on, break that down because it's 100-year gap between it. It's the same. Some people call Pan-Indian Alliance, Pan-Indian movement. When all they got together, for lack of a better word. When we get them down there 100 years later, the relationship with the Irish, the Scottish Irish and the Highlanders, is there a relationship with the Yamasi down there? Did they have a relationship with these Scottish Irish Indian traders down there?
Did the Yamasi have connection with the Irish?
The Scottish Irish, the Indian agents that started coming down, the Scots after the proclamation, they couldn't cross the British couldn't cross the Appalachians, so they started sending in these Scottish Irish niggas. A lot of the Barbados niggas was Scottish Irish too, but they had babies like John Stewart and them, different people like that. These people that crossed over came into Georgia. Do y'all do the Yamasi did they ever have like a relationship with the Scottish?
From my knowledge, the only thing that I know that the Scottish had relations with when they came down there was having children with the Seminole women, which actually would be Yamasi. That's how you had Osceola. His father was Scottish. You see? So did they come down there to cause havoc? Probably not, because the shit that they saw, you know what I'm saying? So they had no choice but to come down and marry women within the nations, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Osceola, they came from the McQueens, Peter McQueen them. And he, them niggas was over the Red Sticks. The Red Sticks in that water down there, they call the Creek Water. All them niggas fought down. Yeah.
And see, that's what, man. And that's what people don't fail to realize is that, when you had the Red Stick War, right, of 1812, you know what I'm saying? You had the white sticks and the red sticks. The red sticks was like, man, fuck them niggas. We ain't dealing with none of that shit. Fuck the French, fuck the British, and all them there. We just go off on all these motherfuckers. And then you had the white sticks that joined the motherfuckers and everything that wanted to be Christians and shit. They want to live like the Joneses, right? It was the ones that was actually put on the Trail of Tears. You see, but nobody don't say that part.
What you got on that back? Oh, my bad. Turn up.
So they was the ones that was helping the British, the Spanish, and the Dutch and all them now in the 1800s when they had the Battle of the Red Sticks.
Hey, they say you eating. People in the chat say you eating something back there, right?
Oh, my bad, Joe. I was eating some Popeye's chicken, the spicy breast with small Cajun rice and a biscuit with a big shot cold drink. My bad. That bitch good too, y'all. My bad.
Hey, that nigga
I ain't know what was. I thought they were moving furniture back there. Something. What's going on in the hood? I ain't know what brother had going on.
They going off in the chat. They like, hey, is he eating? He's smacking like a motherfucker.
My bad, y'all.
Crispy in the motherfucker. I ain't know
that bitch was fresh. Look, that bitch was fresh out the grease. You heard me?
And that's the only way to get it at Popeye.
That bitch was still hot, fresh out the grease.
Fresh out that water. Fresh out that water. Yes, sir.
My bad, y'all. Forgive me. I had just came home from work and shit, and I'm like, man, fuck. I said, I'm gonna give me a spicy breast. It's fucking Friday.
That part. Yeah, I was hearing you, Chief. I wanted to walk you back a little bit when we was talking about the Tamachichi. You know what I mean? I just did the bill. He went to England. They say he sat over there for 6 months. But over there, they had called him King. I got the newspaper clip and I put it up on my Insta. So they was calling him King over there. So, and then when you look up the Mary Musgrove side, everything that she got, right? So I'm looking at them like traders too. That's the lower creek. I'm looking because everybody got paid, and they was using schooner ships to ship people out to those join the islands. I'm telling you, I'm gonna drop this one on the Insta about the pirates. This is why I tell you about the pirates, family. They was, if you got privateers, that's who they were using. You know what I'm saying? They would like to keep the dirt off their hands. So the pirates were heavy in the game. And because you still scraping that, ain't no more in they. You still scraping. I can hear all
Ain't no
that.
more dirty rice in that motherfucker, nigga.
And look, and guess who the pirates was though? Guess who the pirates was though?
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. I got it for you. Go ahead though.
The pirates was.
Oh yeah, a lot of more stuff going on. You had a lot of. It was big money. Everybody wanted to get some money. When you brought up the red sticks would remind me of the Return of Dragon Canoe. See, Dragon Canoe was like we bucking all that and we going to war about that. And also Tecumseh. But then you had, like you said, the white people. Yeah, but when you look at all that, man, you get on them waters and wars, you get to them pirates and the Indian and the church, all of them put a whole spider web on the game. You feel me? So they'll send you over there. They'll see that. Them islands was like a processing plant. So they'll send you over there, right? And then they'll send you back. That's when you get your African Americans and all that, because you can get more on a so-called slave if you had to pay more gas to go get it. I like to keep it a little simple, you feel me? So you would get those terms put on certain people.
Well, I'm gonna make it more simpler. I'm gonna make it more simpler for that. You know who showed you that shit? You know who showed you that shit from Hollywood, from the perspective of Hollywood with Walt Disney? It was called the movie called The Pirates of the Caribbean, The High Tides.
Absolutely.
Did y'all see that movie? That's what they was telling you about.
That's what they telling you. And when you hey family, y'all can hear me when y'all get a chance. Y'all check out the Insta. I'm gonna drop it today. It's like 16 minutes, but walk with me. You know, I don't know if they're gonna let me put it on there. I'll send it to Chief. Get it done. But I talk about all that stuff. I walk them down. You know what I'm saying? Like Chief always say, we walk them down. We find out what we need to find. Then that's why I'm asking people, you got any, doing our genealogy, you got any pirates or privateers? It gets real deep and it gets real ugly, but it be the truth is the truth. It is what it is. You feel me? But dealing with the mafia, like I say.
Well, the privateers was the ones that was working for the crown. The pirates always stole from them. You know what I'm saying?
No, but check it. No, what the crown would do, right? What they would do, like they would be, well, I ain't gonna tell you wrong. I ain't saying that. I'm saying on my study. You feel I only got a 0.5% anyway. But what they would do is employ them to do the dirty work. So it's like you get a militia and you deputize somebody. You feel me? Like you deputize them. And that's what these nations were doing. They would go ahead and tell the pirates, hey, you can keep doing that or you can come work for us. Right? And you already got a ship. And the nation, well, they'll let you do your little pirating, right? But they will still take a percentage of what you was doing. This when you get, I'm gonna show y'all Blackbeard. I'm gonna bring out a Black Caesar. I'm gonna bring out Captain Kidd. Yeah, just check me out later today on Instagram, and we're gonna walk it down. And I'm gonna take you to you're gonna see. But what they would do is employ them, right? And they would even put them, like if you was the English, they would get the pirates, make them privateers, and now they deputized to go after the Spaniards. Yes, sir. That's how the game go. You feel me?
Hey, they want the name of that movie again. Somebody look for the name of that movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Rise of the High Tides. Pirates of the Caribbean High Tides. That's the name of it.
Hey, was these pirates black or white?
Well, in the movie, there would be Tony. There would be Tony. Oh, in history, there would be Moors. And don't forget, you talked about Blackbeard, but don't forget about Redbeard now. Don't forget about Redbeard.
Oh, the pirate game is so heavy. That's why you ain't nowhere you got to deal with it, where they just change the name and keep the game the same. You feel me? But that's what we do. We bust them out into a pepper so we get to it. You feel me?
Mac,
Sift
you
out
got
what we need.
Jean Lafitte yet? A pirate.
Jean Lafitte. Jean Lafitte. Jean Lafitte. He was a French pirate, but then he became a privateer.
See, even Christopher Columbus, what you think he was?
Right.
He was already a pirate. Then he went to the crown to get a blessing. Now he got the blessing to do what he was doing, and now he was a privateer. You feel me?
Well, actually, Christopher Columbus. He wasn't, well, you can try to put it like that. But actually, Christopher Columbus was actually a nicer Templar, bro. I put that out way in 2000. I put that out way in 2012. You
I'm talking about far as his employment.
He was Order of Christ.
Yeah.
His grandpa, Zarko, Big Zarko was Order of Christ. He was a Jew too. He was a Sephardic Jew. That Zarko line was
I put that information out in 2012.
I'm gonna show y'all something with that Jew. I'm glad you said that, Chief. I was gonna do it today, but I got kind of behind. I'm gonna show y'all this little plaque they got, right? And it says from 1733 when James Oglethorpe came here, he gave this plot in this land to the Jewish people. Now, during that time, I'm thinking straight Sephardic, right? I'm thinking straight the expulsion of the people that came in 1492 and the people they still was bringing. These was melanated people. That's a fact. And if you look at the stamp I put up there, I put a stamp up and it showed a dark-skinned James Oglethorpe, his crew behind him all dark, Tomachichi, everybody all dark, but somebody superimposed a pale man on the picture. Whitewashing is for real.
Yeah, Oglethorpe was the governor. Yeah, he was the governor.
So that made me want to walk it back to King George, the first, second, and third. Like, we know they were Germans, but what complexion were they, right? Because they coming off the tail end of that, with that Stewart line, Chief? Or is that the Tudor line? No, I got to be the Stewart line.
The Tudor.
No, that's the Stewart. That's the Stewart line.
Okay.
That's the Stewart line.
We already know what time that is.
But both of them the same, because you know the Tudor and the
facts.
The Tudor and the Stewart line, you know, the Stewart replaced the Tudor. From James, from Mary to James.
Yeah, and I remember you did the class on that. That's a fact. Yep.
Not Mary. What was her name? Elizabeth. My bad. Mary to Elizabeth, then Elizabeth to James.
And then that's when the Plantagenets start coming in, mixing up the dope, and now you got the Winthrop family that's on the throne today.
Well, they're all of the German dramatic family, because how you think King George III was also the King of France and the King of England and the King of Ireland, and he was also the Holy Elect Treasurer of the Holy Roman Empire.
And it's just proving what Chief always, when he brought out the Black European, and that boy brought out the Huguenots, just proving that. So we already know that the whole Europe, the royal bloodline. You know what I'm saying? All over with swarthy, tardy people. You feel me? The whitewash is heavy.
Yeah, for them to be up that royal bloodline or the so-called black nobility, they had to have Moorish blood.
And that's how we know what happened to us now. The spot web that was put on us was a lot of people that look like us today. So you get the mixtures in your genealogy, right? But Maya Angelou said it, all skin don't make you kin. So, but some of those that came over, because you got to understand the wars that were fought here, this was a European thing that they was doing on the American soil, right? Because when you look at wars, it always tell you the Indian, the British, and the American. But these people weren't Americans because it wasn't no U.S. to 76, and they still was warring after that. So what they doing is this is European war that was fought and still being fought on the American soil. And a lot of people that look like us, the ones that pushed the pen and pushed the pen, got the land taken away, got you named. Look what your boy Jesse did, and with that 1989, 5 people brought out African American and put that on everybody. Just like when what is it, Chief? Elias Boudinot and the boy with the Cherokee, Major Riggs, went in there.
Right. Elias Boudinot, Bug Whaley.
Yeah, went inside for everybody. And what happened to him, Chief? That's your story.
Shit. Man, that shit was mafia style. Nigga laid in his bushes. They laid in Big Ridge bushes, knocked off the boss. Nigga laid in the bushes at the stop sign, bro, at the intersection. Came out both sides, bro. Ain't see it coming. Killed him and the driver. And shit, they went to the to John's house, snatched him out. He laid up with baby. Nigga kicked the door in, man, and tried to blow his head out, ran out of shots. They beat him to death. You know what I'm saying? Beat him and stabbed him, bro. Mafia style. How they got booked? I forgot. Oh, they went to his house. he was working at a nigga Highs that morning. I forgot the dude name who Highs they was working on. And shit, they set him up to his homie. Them talking about they sick. The workers talking about they sick. They was on the way to the doctor Highs to go see the doctor. He rode with him. They downed him. Yeah, it was, man, this shit was mafia style, man.
Yeah, you talking about a few handful representing for nations. I'm talking about millions and millions of people. And you go in there and you do that for a bag that you ain't even lived long enough to spend.
Hey,
I
they
mean,
laid in their
Indian law.
bushes. They laid in the nigga bush. Tell them why they was laying, why a nigga laid in his bushes. How can you get killed like that for laying in the bed with your wife and some niggas surround the house, kick your door in, pull you out the bed and kill you on your front porch? A niggas play sick, lure you in the car and murder you. Stab you all in the head and shit. They stabbed him all in the head and shit. That's how Buck died, Elijah Boudinot. Then you go back to Big Riz, the boss of all bosses at that time. Nigga laid in his bushes. And he got the mantle because his uncle was that nigga. No, his daddy. I take that back. His daddy was that nigga. Big Riz's daddy was that nigga. But yeah, they laid in his bushes, bro, because he signed a treaty. Nigga gave the land up, bro. That's what happened to them niggas that signed them treaties, bro. Nigga laid in the nigga bushes and got him out of there. Shit, nigga, that shit that was real back then in Indian territory.
And that was Indian law, right, Chief?
And Big Riz, the one made the law. Big Riz say, shit, any nigga give up the land, but we go back. Tecumseh them was banging like that shit. We go back.
Yeah, they say if they was to betray the Indian nation by giving the land away, they was to be tied down to a tree and burned alive.
Yeah, no questions. You gotta go. And so yeah, they nigga broke a cardinal rule and shit. They knew what was gonna happen, but there was a lot of money. And cause remember when they went to go sign, them niggas surrounded the house and burned the house down. And they was trying to figure out how them niggas knew they was in there. So they had already knew niggas sitting around at the table. Somebody was going back, you know, because that night they was supposed to sign the treaty the first time. Somebody burned the house down. Niggas set the house on fire and shit while they was in there. So yeah, man, nigga, it was real back then. You know what I'm talking about? Them niggas would get
But that's what Tecumseh they said. Even we shouldn't be selling the land to each other. That's something that we preserve. Our generational wealth was the land, and you go in there for a couple of dollars. But even before that, they was giving away land for trinkets, T-shirts, and extra napkin or something, some stupid stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna say stupid, but yeah.
But in all instance, if you really look at it, all that shit that they signed was non and void. And you know why? Because first of all, there was no clan mother signature on the treaties.
But see, you know the trick bag? Here go the monkey wrench. This why it became patriarchal. This why they married into the woman, got tied to the land, then they put that pin game heavy on you and said this is the law because we got the guns. And we got Indians that's gonna ride with us because they found out your enemy. Enemy of my enemy is a friend. And I promise you, if you ride with me, I'm gonna do this for you. But once you get what you need, you get everybody and rope them up and put them on the boat. And now they out of here. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, and then you know, for as that, you know, that'll be in the Cherokee. You know, they started changing around that time when they came. They started creating their constitution down there. Not only that, but when Buck Wade and them went out to them foreign programs that the Moravians came through with, and Big Riz and them signed up. They did it at John McDonald House. They sent them out there. When they came back, he had a baby by the superintendent's daughter. Had a baby, Buck Wade. He had a baby by. They sent them back. After that, they changed the law. I think that was 1825. It didn't have to go through the mother line no more. And that's what them. Hold on, I'm gonna have to mute you, NTB. You got a lot of background. Just come off when you're ready to speak. Come off mute when you're ready to speak. And yeah, so when they came, yeah, they ended up changing that. That was like 25, and shortly after that, they created the Constitution down there. So yeah, they started breaking all the traditional shit down and moving over to a patriarchal system. That was about 1825, because it didn't have to go through the mother line no more, and that was because Buck Wade and them went up there with them Protestants in Connecticut, and they sent them back down there, him and his daughter as missionary. It didn't matter. The daughter said she was gonna run away for that Indian dick anyway. So she said, either y'all gonna let me go or I'm going. She, what's up with it, Shane? Turn up one time.
Peace.
Hey guys, hey fellas, nice to see y'all. Just tapping in.
Okay. Brother Knowledge, what you got for us?
Man, peace to the chat, peace to the panel, legendary Topcast. I'm still trying to figure this shit out about my shit, man. My folk on my mama side, them folk came from Virginia. Now I just found out like a couple of weeks ago that my great grandfather was from Norfolk. Okay, and looking up the census report and everything, he was a farmer. He was educated. He knew how to read and write. Right. I don't know if he had a family before he met his wife, my mother's relative, Rebecca Smith. According to our documents, he met her when he moved to Alabama, and they was on the McQueen plantation. I heard you mention the McQueens earlier because I did some research on them damn McQueens, and I'm just like, what transpired to make him leave Virginia to come to Alabama and work on this or live on this plantation, and then
Mic check.
you know what I mean?
Okay, I thought that was just me. Your mic went out, honey.
You got to back up because it back up.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say?
You had went
Your
out.
mic had went out.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Nah, we got you now. You good now? All right, we'll come back to you. Probably got to go out and come back in. We got Big Six. Oh, my bad. T. Christopher. What's up with it? Hold on. What's your nickname though? What was your name for the game show?
Why the fuck you call me, man?
The T. Christopher. All right, we'll come back to it. What's up with it, Big Six? Turn up one time.
It ain't nothing, Playboy, man. Just had to. I saw Back on stage. I was like, I just got to say,
what up? What up, brother? Oh man, salute to you. That boy heavyweight with the books right there. Salute to you. What up, homie?
Nothing, man. Just I tell you what, just over here doing my work, man. You know me on these keys, trying to make this piano sing.
That part. Yeah, I can't wait to get that copy, man. You know, from what I heard, you know what I mean? I like that.
Hey, just hit me up on IG. I definitely send you whatever you need.
Gotcha, 100.
You know, it's just doing the hard work. That's another thing about what Back do. Back put his feet on the ground, and you know, that's the part that people don't catch, man. This shit ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy talking to your folks. You gotta humble yourself when, you know, we ain't from a humble generation. We ain't from a group of people that, you know, if you don't want to talk to me, I got smoke for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't used to, you know, excuse me, yes, sir, no, ma'am. You know, and going out there and hitting that ground and actually going to see the cemeteries and seeing these famous sites, it put a different weight in your steps. You know what I'm saying? That's all, you know, but I just wanted to say what's up to the people.
Peace,
Yeah,
fam.
but it put a feeling on you too. Like when I walked into the church, I showed y'all where they signed the 68. I'm about to say 60 acres. It should have been, but the 40 acres in the mule, it was like an aura. You know what I mean? Like, and then when I hit the basement, and I ain't even show y'all that work. No habla inglés, but man, I feel yeah, you know.
Peace, fam. Can y'all hear me okay?
Tamika, what's
Yeah.
happening?
What's going on? So I just wanted to put something on it. I had seen the build about Dr. Aleem and them. And one of the things that I can say, you know, from being in the realm of studying metaphysics and genealogy, they're two different subjects. But what the Washita, first of all, it's two sets of Washita. You got the bloodline Washita, which is Empress Verdiachi, her son, um, and then her granddaughter, which is Empress Wendy. Then you have a whole nother set, which is Dr. Now, he said before he was adopted. I don't know if he was adopted in real life or he was adopted into the Washita. But you will not hear them talk about genealogy. They don't do that. They like to mix the metaphysics and these stories, you know, of not being part of the corporate U.S. structure because they're from Lemuria, which shout out to the Truth Uncompromised channel for shedding light on where they got that information from. They mixing the dope, basically, and they putting it out to the people, and it's not correct. We're not Lemurians. We're not from another world. We're from here. But they use that to place themselves outside of the jurisdiction versus just doing their genealogy and figuring out who their people are and where they're from. So I wanted to, you know, comment on that. Another thing is that video that you had played was an older video. He'll tell you nowadays to check with your ancestors. Like your power comes from your ancestors. He did eventually, you know, go there with it. He studied under what's the brother? Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett's one of his teachers, and Dr. Phil Valentine. And we all know if anybody ever, you know, listen to Dr. Phil Valentine, he kind of flip-flops a little bit with his information. It's a little bit out there. But a lot of them Moors, even Taj Tariq Bey, they'll never admit that they remedies that they try to push don't work for shit. They might admit it in the background, but when they get on these stages and they in front of the people, especially these older videos, they didn't go through the failures. You got to watch. You have to watch them from the beginning to where they are now. But yeah. So I just wanted to put that on there. Shout out to the BCU family that joined us on Auntie Rhonda's channel last night. I try to keep my ass over there. That's why I've been there for the last 3-4 years. I'm not that good at regurgitating information, so I just shoot people to the ones who are. So shout out to Auntie Rhonda and shout out to the BCU fam. And if y'all have time, check out this. There's a 60-minute episode that came out a couple of days ago. There was a family who purchased a slave plantation. They didn't know it was a slave plantation. They called it the Big Scary House. But grandma lived a mile down the road in a little shack. And they always passed the scary house. And so the scary house went up for sale. And one of the sisters called her brother, who was well-to-do. I think he's an engineer or something like that, called the brother and told him to buy the house. So that he ended up putting in an offer, got the house. Come to find out, their ancestors was enslaved in that house. And there's a little shack behind the house. And some historians came in and said that some white people were enslaved in that shack. So it's a really good, it's like 20-25 minutes, but check it out. The story took place in Virginia, and the guy who owned the house said that it's open to the public for anybody who wants to come and study what happened there. So I yield on that. Peace and love, y'all.
Well, sister, I tell you one thing, you did good on the Washita information.
Peace and love, sister. That was some valuable information.
Yeah, I'll back that. Like Aleem's faction of Washita is all commercial, you know. things that's made up. The son is out here by me. I spoke to him, in the beginning of my journey, and they don't fuck with each other at all. Like, he don't rock with them. He got a lot of bad things to say, So yeah, it's two separate things. One's bloodline and one's a commercial remedy, I guess is what you could say it's selling. But it's just a made up jurisdiction.
I think that Washita demonstration. I know a brother that told me that his father or grandfather was Washita, and he elaborated a little bit more on it. But it like you said, it sounded like some commercialized shit. Because I'm like, man, look, because he with that Moorish Science Temple shit, and a lot of the Moors try to say, like, when they try to say that some of the Moors were indigenous to America, the first people they go to is the Washita. And then you got some that go to the Lenni Lenape or something like that, the tribe that occupied Baltimore at the time. So
The
back then,
Delaware.
yeah, that shit. And I'm just like, man, look, that shit sound commercialized. Like,
But even with
the
that,
Moors always try to act like they, you know how the Moors do things, man. Everything is Moorish, But I did want to say this, with the genealogy that I have done on my mother's side, because I have my father's side is a little more complicated. I'm still working on that. But the McQueen plantation, I had a relative was Shelton. They was the Sheltons, and one of their relatives had a child by one of the descendants of the McQueens, and she didn't want to change the name. It was a female, a daughter, and she kept the name. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a son. Right now, I have my records in front of me, but she did not want to change his name. She wanted him to have the father's name, so his name stayed McQueen. And we had some blood souls and a few other interesting names, man. And like I said, with this genealogy demonstration, man, it's just like I have a connection with Virginia, I have a connection with Tennessee, I have a connection with Mississippi, and I have a connection with Alabama. And I looked up the McQueen plantation, and I just wanted to try to find out, why did my people leave Virginia to come to Alabama when McQueen actually was in Virginia and the Carolinas at one point in time when he first came, according to his history, when he first came to the new United States of America. And then he left that area and bought land in Alabama, and he died and left it to his son. Okay, so they were working over there. Nowhere in my family's history does it say that they were slaves. It never says that. Like I said, my great-great-grandfather was educated. He could read and write. His wife, the surname of my great-great-grandfather is Lucas. Okay, and his wife's name before she got married was Rebecca Smith. Okay, I wish I had this my what is it called? My family reunion log here. I could show you a picture of them. Lucas looked like a goddamn European, black European. He got them goddamn black European sideburns, but Rebecca looked like indigenous to this land. She looked very indigenous to this land. So I'm just trying to figure out what transpired to make them leave from Virginia. How did he even get to Virginia? I did some more research to where he fought in the war. He fought in the Civil War, and his father fought in the war 1812, and another relative, maybe his father's father, fought in the Revolutionary War. Okay, so I'm just going deep with this, man, and it's like so interesting, man, and it's like it seemed like you guys can give me some very informative feedback on this, because like Top Cats, you done made some videos, man, about the Black Europeans and about I'm sorry, man, I'm a little nervous, y'all, excuse me, but I've just been putting shit together, man. I'm just coming up with answers, and if y'all got something y'all could tell me about any history, any knowledge that y'all have about the McQueen Plantation and the early Virginia Company, I'm all ears for it. I'm gonna land there.
Like you said, what happened, family? Like, like I say, I deal with the waters and wars. People that was coming off that water, and you
Hmm.
find whatever transpired. You brought out the different wars. You tie your people around that year in that area, right? Because at South, a lot like it is today. Nothing too much different under the sun. A lot of stuff was cheap down here. A lot of land was cheaper. A lot of people was coming off them boats with bags. They was tied somewhere to some type of money, right? But you didn't. Then you walk it back, you see what type of organizations they may were tied to. But dealing with your people, dealing with your story, what I would say, you find the year, like you say, when they came here, other than your indigenous side, because you got indigenous side, you find what transpired to push them down south, right? To make them come down south, and you follow your story. But me, I like to always find an event. I'll call it wars, but I like to find that because it'll walk me to different places. Like I say, I was dealing with my Drayton line today, me and somebody, and I'm just what I'm seeing with this line is amazing. I don't know if it's my line, right? But the name and how far it's going back, and it's really like damn near all over the world. I ain't even gonna front, and everybody had a bag. So, but like I say with you, that's what I would do. I would find out, what like you said, what made them come down. They fought these different wars. You said they fought in the Civil War, where they on the north or they on the south. What were they blue or gray? Find that
I
type of
think he
stuff
was
in your
blue.
story. He was blue, so
That,
he was north, right?
yes, sir.
So we look
Because
at that year.
if you look at it, the Carolinas only had, when they participated in the Civil War, they only had one. Their regiment was all black.
Oh,
They didn't
most of
have
the
no
Civil War
Caucasian.
warriors. Shout out to Straight Up. Rhonda Johnson, she did the joint, but I've been rocking with the brother. Shout out to Straight Up. Check him out on YouTube. Straight Up. Check out his page. He
Okay.
busts down a lot of that dope too. And that's why I do the boots on the ground. So maybe people might find their peoples and some of the things I'm saying though. But you just got to walk it all the way back. Like I say, take the mountain. Don't put all that weight on you. Chisel it down to something that you can handle to a pebble. Find your story. Find the event. Find the event that like Chief say, the migration. Like we can say we while people was in this area don't mean that's where they're from. Because I was born in Savannah, but my people migrated on both sides to Savannah. You see what I'm saying? So I have to walk it back from me, where they're from, and then walk it all the way back. That's some of my migration story. I don't really talk about it too much because I'm building, but that's part of my migration story from Carolina and the middle part of Georgia coming to Savannah where I was born. Right? So my daughter roots will start in Savannah, right? So just walk it down. Don't make it too heavy. You feel me? Because speak to your ancestors. They gonna give you what you need. Put your feet in the soil and get out at night and look at them stars and them moon and goddamn, talk to your peoples. You know what I'm saying? But find an event that will make them help you out and you'll get to what you need. You feel me? And we here. The nation here to hold you down. I mean, my mic though 100.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really do. I encourage everybody, man, to do their genealogy, because some cats be getting up on here and in these certain platforms, and some of them sound very intelligent. They talk, a good scripture, a good game, man. I'd be like, okay, but they ain't did no damn genealogy, and then they don't want to share their genealogy. They want to keep that shit all secretive. It might be some things in their genealogy that they not pleased with, and I come to the conclusion like, man, look, man, I love my history, my family history. I don't give a fuck if they black Europeans or goddamn it, indigenous Americans, or I haven't found anything from Africa. My big mama was from Mississippi. She from what was it? Gaines, I think it's what was it? Gainesville. I think it's Gettysburg. I'm sorry, Gettysburg, Mississippi, or something like Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And I remember years ago before she died, I was talking to her. And I was telling her about, I was all into this pro-black shit. And I was telling her, yeah, Big Mama, we from Africa. We Africans and all this shit. And she looked at me and she said, don't you ever say that. You not from no damn Africa. And I was like, what you mean? And at first, I was like, man, oh, here she goes. Sound like a coon and shit. You know what I'm saying? But she said, you not from Africa. She said, your people are from Mississippi. So what I've done is I look up the tribes in the areas where my genealogy takes me. And of course, I looked up tribes in Virginia, and then I looked up tribes in Mississippi, and I know about the Choctaws, the Chippewa. I also know about the Choctaw Civil War. I also know about the Cherokee Civil War. Actually, what's the punk name? Push Matahata. How he was big a big influence on the Civil War between the Eastern Choctaw and the Western Choctaw, and then all this playing the part with the Trail of Tears, and then you have the what is it, the Great Migration, when a lot of our people start moving from the South up north during the industrial period. That plays a part. So I'm trying to just put all this shit together, man, because I'm very, very interested into finding out my lineage and where my people come from. Now, I can't really sit here and tell a person exactly what tribe I come from, but when I look at the regions and the areas of these tribes that occupy the areas where my people come from, I mean, I have to try to draw and make some type of connection. That's all I'm saying. I let somebody else go. I'm on mute.
Hey y'all, that's the Carolina greeting. Hey y'all.
Hey,
Who that? Beast Mode?
Hey, how you
Yeah,
doing?
what up, what up, what up, what up? So, since I'm on the stage, I feel like, y'all want to give my genealogy, and y'all know I got mine on lock. So, I'm going to, grace the world with my genealogy from my grandfather, Henry VII, King of England, born 1457. Now this right here was the part that is the funny part, right? His son, right? They said he's a natural born, or they say my granddaddy a bastard child of his. Either way, Henry VII is my grandfather, and his son name is, y'all wait, Roland de Veville. His name is Roland, you all. Okay. And he was born 1474. And then he had a daughter named Jane de Viville, and she had a daughter named Catherine O'Ferran of the House of Tudor. And then she
Mike check. You there, sister? It was getting real interesting.
yeah, I thought it was my phone. She started talking about Riley. I'm like, Riley from over there?
She said
I was
she
refreshing.
related
I thought it was
to the
me.
king. She said she was related to the king. I want to hear that. She probably come back.
That's that black European. When you walk it back, that's why I say that people come off the boat. A lot of people came, what I'm seeing, at least
let
and
me
what
go
I'm
back.
doing, these people got money coming here with some
Hey,
money. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. We was holding it down to
okay,
you back.
so grandmama Mary Lawton had grandmother Rebecca Borden, and she married Captain Joseph Bertram, and then they had my grandfather Henry Bertram. He married my first Indian grandmother, Sarah Margaret Lees of the Tuscarora tribe. And then they had Nancy Bertram, and she married Isaiah Fields. I'll tell you about the Fields family one day later. Oh shit. My oldest grandparent in that line was in 0780, and he had a residence in Deitio, which is in Delaware. Okay, don't worry about that. Let's go back over here to these folks. Nancy Bertram and Isaiah had Daniel, right? And then Daniel had John. John had Susan. Susan had Nanny. Nanny had
Until she come back, bro. What was you saying about the? You back, sister?
Yeah, I thought y'all couldn't hear me. Oh man,
No,
that's sad.
no, we couldn't hear you. Go ahead, sister. Finish your discussion.
Oh, I was sad that you couldn't hear me go through all the way to myself from Henry the VII to
You left
myself.
you left off at the fields. You said you're going to the fields later. That's
Oh yeah, so I was saying that my grandparents, the who got the field was here in America in the 800s. How? But the rest of his children were born in England. But okay, that's one of my fields. But then going back to um Isaiah Fields, who married Nancy Bertram, who is my Henry VII descendant, and I was taking you all the way from them to myself, and I could bring it down. I brought it down from Nancy to her son Daniel, his son John, and then his daughter Susan, her daughter Nanny, her daughter Beatrice, her daughter Lula, my mama Angela, and then hear me, Crystal. And I was saying I am a mestizo, a mulatto, and a swarthy European. That's all I was.
that's what they say. Swarthy. That swarthy. You're mulatto demonstration. That's what it said on the census for my great great grandfather and his wife. They called them mulattoes. Then my great great grandfather was born in like 18. I think it was like the 1880s or 18. He fought in the Civil War, so it was a little bit before that. He was born. He joined the military, I think, when he was like in between the years of 18 and his early 20s when he fought in the Civil War. So, but yeah, that's very interesting. It really is. But you was able to trace out your lineage all the way back there. I wish I
Um,
could.
I
Sure.
could go. It really goes further because when you get in, my mother's family is majority European.
Okay.
Um, so somebody has really done their genealogy, and then when I had got to my grandfather, um, Daniel Fields, and once I found his father, Isaiah, and his mother Nancy, whoa. The door opened up and then all the Europeans fell out like somebody was had cut the bottom of the bag.
Hmm. Hmm.
Somebody cut the bottom of the bag and all the Europeans fell out.
Now I had
And what
looked up the surname. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, and
Go
I
ahead.
was just saying what's the wildest part about my genealogy is that there are now say I'm related to 7 presidents, right? And they family is Caucasian or Aryan, the clear people. Y'all ain't no kin to my folk because I have a picture of my third great grandmother. She is the granddaughter. So Isaiah Fields will be her great granddaddy, right? Her great granddaddy. And I have a picture of her. And the picture of you seen her on my um what is the channel? Twitter and on Clubhouse, where I have her picture up sometimes. And you can clearly tell that you cannot. I'm gonna put some liquor ship in this shit here right quick. You cannot make people to look like her from clear people. I'm so sorry. Clear people don't make a person that dark. They don't do that. That does not happen. So these folks who saying they was related to me, I would need us to take a blood test. Fuck a DNA. We'll do a blood test. Is your blood the same as mine?
I
If we
think I
related,
think these
it should
folk.
come up.
I think them clear people, what you call them, when they came over here in the 1800s, they took up names that was already here. You know what I'm saying?
They
That,
did.
that
I
that's
call
what
them
I.
body snatchers. What Curry Mero call them body snatchers, and
Yeah.
I agree with him. They body snatching because then, this is lady currently, who's alive. We say we are 10th cousins or some shit like that. Whatever. So she's saying that my grandfather Isaiah and my grandmama Nancy or her grandparents too. And she got, it shows on the family tree search, it shows how we're related, right? And me and my brother were looking in there, and then with her mama family side, her daddy family side, because it's her, no, excuse me, her granddaddy and my grandfather are supposed to be brothers. That ain't so. My grandfather, Daniel, and her granddaddy, his name was, what was that man? I can tell y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you where the body snatching came in my family. Hold on. So my granddaddy Isaiah. So it's supposedly his son. No, not James. Let's go to Daniel. Hold on. Is it this? Is it this one? No, it's my grandfather. Isaiah is a man who's saying his name is James Fields, and my granddaddy Isaiah had two sons. They say with the name Isaiah. I mean, not two names. Two sons with the name James, and one of the sons I'm assuming must have died. So this is what he body snatchers must have came in at, and they saying they related to him. And
We can't hear you again, sister. You still there?
Her ear probably hitting that phone like I was doing that, man. That's why I kept dropping.
yeah, I'm dropping them. I'm dropping that real shit out there. They don't want none of this. What I got related to me to come out. Okay, not none
That's
of
what it
this.
is. That's what it is.
Yeah, YouTube like, oh wait a minute, oop beat. They got. I didn't know they had that kind of service that they could mute people live videos. Cause they watching it and you saying stuff they want you to say. Like all this dumb shit I'm saying right now, y'all can hear this. Y'all can hear that, but you couldn't hear me drop my family down. Okay then. I'm on mute.
Yeah, I mean, those color changes happen. Like I got kind of one of them stories with my I'm looking at my tree right now. This is my third great grandmother. And I actually met my second great grandfather, or at least, when you're a baby or whatever you can call it, meeting. But what happened in that family is Rachel had a child with this particular guy. There was a white guy. And that baby was the first baby born in the household. And this was in what year is this? 1858. So this is like right before the Civil War, right? And y'all let me know if you can't hear me if my phone goes out. But so John goes off to fight in the Civil War, and right before he has another child with a white woman. So there's one child that's my second great grandfather, and he's half Indian, half white, and then there's another child in the household that they're calling white, which would be my, I guess, my third or second great auntie or whatever. And to go to this story would make it interesting in how they describe them. It says that my second great grandfather was born with blonde hair and hazel eyes, but they still are calling him a nigga. Like, and I hate using that word to describe him, but that's literally what I'm reading in this. Like that, and so you ask yourself, they saying that because they moved from Virginia to Mississippi, same thing, and their father actually died in the Civil War. But they saying he had to use the back door, and he got that whole Willie Lynch treatment, you know what I'm saying, during that era. But it's like, how are you saying that he got that treatment and y'all call him a nigga, but you saying he born with blonde hair and hazel eyes? So yeah, I think that back then that whole white black thing was a whole lot more different than what we think it is right now.
I can
And
feel you on that.
that's all part of the history, though. You feel me? That's the history, brother D. And I know like I say, dealing with him. No, not to cut you off, family. What you were saying, my bad, brother. Salute. What you were saying?
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, we digging on the history because we gotta understand what happened. And Chief will tell you that if he still have the video, and that what brought me to him. And I said this. I said I was hearing this and that. It was like the bread, the bun, and Chief brought the meat. That what was happening. That what made me lock into the brother. If y'all don't know that history, I think that's what 2 years or something like that. But it's on the timeline. But when we look at the meat of the subject, right? And we find out what was happening. Because we know we jump in the geno pool, ain't no telling what's going to come out of the geno pool, right? Especially if you have an influx from people coming from Europe that was mixing with the so-called pale people. You know, that might jump in your geno pool. And we look at the people that was signing a lot of these treaties, right? These would be a lot of your so-called mixed breeds, right? That they would call them. But when we talk about, I want to go back to not the Spanish Inquisition, but it was called it was the system. Spain was heavy in these streets, man, on this water. This is why waters and wars just blow my mind every time. It was the ink in what is it, family? The damn.
The Crusades.
No, it's the system. It's the India Camille. Goddamn, Camille, something like that. It's the caste system, basically. You know, it's Spanish, but this was implemented everywhere. Go ahead, family. What's the name? Let's get the people the right name. It's the Encomiendo system, something like that. But this system was employed everywhere. The Spanish was out here late. They was out here getting it in. You know,
Right.
on every indigenous women, on everywhere they touched down. Right. And then they would make the class system. Of course, they would put themselves at the bottom, and they would put the indigenous or the Indian person at the bottom. I mean, at the bottom, they would put themselves at the top. We see this when we go look at Filipino islands. Right. I'm gonna take you to Spanish. This in the 1540s. King Philip. We'll see them go over there. They set up that system. Right. We'll see the Dutch down in Thailand. And shout out to the Dutch, y'all in New York. And I'm talking about these pirates, and I got something for you. I got something for you. We're gonna get into so we talked about Caribbean. We talked about the that movie, Jack Sparrow. Oh yeah, we busting him all the way down. Oh yeah, we busting him all the way down. AKA Jack Ward or John Ward, W-A-R-D. When we check our genealogy, do we have any pirates? Do we have any privateers in our genealogy? Because when you deal with New York, right? The Dutch was over there. They lost a little war. British took it over, whatever, named it New York, right?
Yep.
But the people that was in the John Ward, right? AKA Jack Sparrow. Remember, I don't know if y'all know, he became Muslim. I'll let the ancestors speak. He became a Muslim. Yusuf. He changed his name to Yusuf. Yusuf, and put the turban on. And you had pirates that was in New York. And this is when we talk about the Indian slave trade. Think it's a game. Think it's a game. I only got a half a cent. I can't play with it. I only got a half a cent.
And then that one with Barbosa. Barbosa was a Moor. The one that they had portrayed as the Caucasian man in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, you can look at Barbosa and look at his style. I ain't nothing but a Naga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
he was a Moor.
But what I'm saying,
the clue is this, right? What white boy you know had goals in their fucking mouth?
Oh, I got you. Check me out on Insta.
And Jack had goals in their mouth. All right, then.
I'm about to put it. Yeah, we gonna walk that. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. You just gave me an alley-oop for later on today when I drop it. Make sure y'all check in on the Instagram, hashtag boots on the ground with back on Instagram. Hopefully they let me put it up. Like I'm telling you, family, it's 16 minutes. But, you know, we've been rocking out longer than that. But it's some drop in there, I think, you know, my only biased opinion. But you might find something in there. It's some, y'all just check it out. I'm going to drop it.
Well, you guys brought hires earlier. I was going to bring it up, but I missed it. I missed my opportunity.
Hey, salute, L.
You guys brought it. Peace. You guys brought it up again, so I'm going to go back. Have you guys ever heard of the Barbary Coast in San Francisco, California?
Yes, sir.
So, like,
I heard of it.
I was on that the other day, and, like, I don't know. It goes deep. Like, You know, like with like gangs and stuff, and just looking at all the old pictures, you know, like you know, it was the Moors. You know, they have like what are the manhole covers like all over dedicated to certain families and stuff in Frisco now. But like reading articles on it, you know, there are gangs formed. You know, like the Hounds and the Regulators, and this one right up gets to a certain point. Like when the gold rush came or started, there was a large import of Australian prisoners, and that's what I was going to bring up earlier. I was going to ask if anybody had any knowledge on that, like what the Australians were or what those prisoners might have been around that time.
Well, you
They
know the
came.
Australians. Well, you know the Australians in them that was those that was vagabonds from England that was
Well, that
actually
yeah.
was
So
prisoners that they
yeah,
brought
so
over
that's
here.
yeah. I
Yeah.
went and Googled while y'all were talking, and because they formed another gang, the Sydney Ducks, and they were battling out in the Barbary Coast, which the Barbary Coast Trail is what they call it. But yeah, I was reading like 162,000 convicts that were transported from Britain and Ireland to Australia
Mm-hmm.
to the
Yep.
penal
Mm-hmm.
colonies. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
then that
Mm-hmm.
it just connects the same
That's
thing
that's
over
why
here, and
that's
then
why I'm surprised. That's why I'm surprised they didn't do the movie about that, about the gangs of the West Coast, but yet they did the gangs of New York, but they didn't do the gangs of California. I found that
yeah,
funny.
and like
Have you seen
it's
that
wild because even
TV
like
show
the pictures
Warrior?
of the
There's a
prostitutes.
Netflix show called Warrior, and they go into that history.
But what I'm
Say,
gonna do, since y'all talking about Cali, my bad, L, what you was saying? I know you out there in Cali, but I got something for you. But go ahead though. Go ahead
no,
though,
going
because
through like it
I
just
want to deal with the
all the
1850s when we deal about we 1850s, right? When we talk about the railroads,
well the
right? We
regulators.
talk about
Where was it specific? Not re- so
The
the Hounds
regulators. What
came
was you
from
saying about the
Australia in
regulators, bro?
1849 was when the Hounds came, or when the Sydney Ducks came from Australia. That's the gang that they formed when they got here. But
Mm-hmm.
they started like the Barbary Coast started in like the early 1800s. But there was only around like 200, immigrants here. But then
yeah. You
once the
want to go
gold
back?
rush came, that's when like it seems like the Moors came, the pirates and took over.
Mm,
And
But what about the Ohlone Indians over there, the Coastanoans?
well, see, they also talk about how a group of people came up from the Mexican American War, that were fighting, trying to, I guess, protect from these gangs, the regulators, the Sydney Ducks, the Hounds, the immigrants, basically. Um, so yeah,
Now that's where you about to get ready to go into the battle of the Alamo.
Well, shit. There's rumor. Well, not rumor, but I mean, look, Santa Anna was supposedly uh had nigga in him. He was a nigga, basically. Mulatto, a Spaniard, Moorish descent person. Santa Anna, the first president of Mexico, who actually
Mm-hmm.
orchestrated the war in the Alamo War.
Mm-hmm.
then that
Mm-hmm.
And
goes back. What brought another thing that brought, I don't know, like sparked a little thought, like when you guys started talking about Columbus, because the main road that goes through the Barbary Coast region is Columbus Avenue. But then I was looking at a picture from the Library of Congress, and there's a storefront or something that says Louisiana across the top of it. Huge.
Yeah, they
but
use.
but but L, everybody take the word Barbary. Let's not play with it. Let's go and bust that mountain down to a pebble for my people, for my nation in the building. When you think about Barbary, right? Where does that lead you?
shit, the
It stuff is
Berbers.
in
That's
our
when they
face.
first.
And
The
where's
Berbers
that
of
at? Where's
Yeah,
that at?
the Berbers of North Africa. That's the
Well,
first
come
thing came
on,
to my
man. We
mind.
ain't got to make it that hard.
Yeah.
We ain't got.
Well,
That's
let me
what I'm
read.
saying.
Let me read this just one paragraph.
Barbary Coast, Barbary
But
pirates. Go ahead, family. Go. My bad. I'm just saying. I just
it's
like to, bust it down.
The story of the Barbary Coast, San Francisco first red light district is a fascinating tale permeated by violence, exploitation, and anarchy that can be experienced firsthand by all through a journey along the Barbary Coast Trail. The district was named for an expanse of North African coastline from Morocco to modern-day Libya.
Bingo.
You took your
Barbara,
Well,
we
you
ain't
book.
know,
gotta play
well,
with it. We can just look at the
well,
word, bust the word down. It's gonna
well,
tell you it.
well,
Go ahead. Well, my bad, brother. I'm just saying. Go
well,
ahead, though.
you know the red light district. That's where the hoes was. So you
Yeah,
had the pirates that came in
and
and went
that's
to
what
go
I
talk
was
to the hoes.
gonna
But
say.
this was piracy.
A picture that they have of these.
They
Go
was
They
ahead.
going
told
for
you
the
they
booty.
told you they was going to Tortuga. They told you
They was
when you
going for
said the movie Caribbeans of the Island. They said we going to Tortuga, whatever it's called. This is when all of them met, and you see all these different races. Because understand,
the.
piracy, there wasn't no race then. There's a you down or you ain't, right? And we're gonna bust
Hmm.
the dope down. But when you look at that scene, when they all sitting at the table, you see the so-called Asian lady, you see the
Yeah.
so-called black man,
Hmm.
well, I would say
Hmm.
black Caesar. You see all these represented at the
Hmm.
table, and they were sitting there,
Hmm.
Tortuga. You go, this is the Bahamas. This is that area where they had the brothels. This was yeah,
Nassau.
man.
That
This
was
this
the
this
island
was
of Nassau.
this was the safe haven. This was that island was the safe. That's why they say the Caribbean was the safe haven. We ain't got to make it that complicated, family.
That's
Follow the
why
words.
that's why they
100.
had the
Go ahead.
song.
My bad,
That's
brother.
that's why they had the song. Yo ho, racing digger, all come to shore. Yeah.
That was
So
the
were the
neutral
Moors
ground.
are the Moors kind of like mercenaries, like hired, mercenary? Because it says like expanse African coast like Morocco to modern day Libya that was
Well,
home to
you got to
drug pirates,
remember
slave traders who terrorized the
you
coastal
you
villages of Europe.
Yes.
you
And
got
so then they
you got to
came over here
remember
and did this. Go ahead.
you got to remember the Moors and there was the shipbuilders, bro. They was the shipbuilders for the Moorish Holy Morisco Holy Roman Empire.
But what does
See,
that do with San Francisco, though?
because San Francisco is dealing with the Franciscan priesthood.
They named it after them. See, you got to understand, we acting like that's what the indigenous people called that. They named that place
No,
in
Yeah.
1850.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
They named that place
see,
in the 1850s. Before that, it was New Spain, and before that, it was straight up Indians over there. I don't think it was ever no Africans over there.
but you have to remember though. You have to remember when you talk about the Holy Morisco Roman Empire. Listen to what I said. The Holy Morisco Roman Empire. Go look up the Morisco Empire. The Morisco Roman Empire. You got the flags and everything. All those nations that you talking about, Spanish, the Spain, France, England, Austria, motherfucking all those nations that's over there, bro. All of them was a part of the Eastern and the Western Holy Roman Morisco Empire. And
There was
Spain
never
was
a
the big
Morisco
and
Empire.
Spain was the big dog. Spain was the big dog. That's what they were showing you in the movie. Spain was the big dog. The
They
France
call
and them they
Versos.
was like kind of all right. But when you
That's
had
what Morisco is. A Morisco is a Muslim Moor that switched to Christianity. That's a Morisco. That was
no, that's
never
not true, bro. That's
Morisco.
not true. That's false. That's false. When you say Morisco, bro, let me tell you something.
That's a converso.
The first Morisco that they got recorded, and people talking about that was a Muslim that went and got got baptized and converted to Christianity. No, bro. There was a Moor by the name of Menendez, okay, a pope. He was the one that made Pope Alexander a Christian, okay, and that was in
That's the
310
definition of a
AD,
Morisco. You just
bruh.
described what a Morisco is.
Bruh, listen to what I'm saying, bruh. Listen to what I'm telling you, dude. The Moors. All right, you had the Islamic Moors and you had the Christian Moors. The
What's a
Christian Moors.
Morisco? That's what a Morisco is, bro.
Listen, dude. Stop trying to, bro. You're not listening. Listen, what I'm
Come
telling
on,
you.
y'all. Let's not get
Go
agitated. Come
ahead.
on,
No,
y'all.
but go ahead. Go ahead.
When I'm
Let's
talking
not
about,
get
when I'm
agitated.
talking about, when I'm talking about more, I'm talking about dark skin. Okay, you had go look up the black popes of Europe. I mean, of the Catholic Church. They was called Moors, dude. That was out before they even had the definition of the word Morisco. When they said that was Muslims that converted, these people were not Muslims.
Everything peace, everything love. We just chopping it. We grown men. We can have a conversation. Just wrap it around a
Yeah,
year because we know the Holy Roman Emperor Charles the Fifth was in the 1500s that sucked them
Yeah,
dogs on the Aztecs. But go
yeah,
ahead,
that's what
family.
I'm saying. It's a huge expanse of time and geography between Septimus Severus to the 1400s to the 1800s. It's a large lot of time.
go look at the Pope of 310. Go look at the Pope of 310.
310
310
what?
AD.
That
310
What was his
AD.
name?
1850 though. How does that
Because
get
it
to
was.
Francisco?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just saying. Because you had a pope that was part of the Medici family. I can't remember his name at the time.
The
You had a
Medici,
pope.
the Medici family came after 310. The Medici
Okay.
family, they ran the Vatican for 400 years, bro.
Right.
Yeah, and they
I'm
would
talking about before the Medici.
So what was his name? What was his name? Do you recall at the
His
time? I mean,
name was Menez. His name was Menez. He was the Pope of 310. He was the one that made Emperor Constantine a Christian.
okay. I know about that. I know about when Constantine got Christianized. I do know about that.
Well, the black Pope that made him a Christian was a Moor. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, they considered all people of melanated skin Moors back in that time in Europe. No matter what religion you was, you could have been Islamic, Christian, or you could have been a
That's what
Hebrew.
I
But see,
said. With his skin tone, they called the Moors. That's what I said.
That go back to what we can. That's extra ammo, family. Right? We grown men. We chopping it because we go and go to 1750 and some change. Right? We look at what's your guy on your $100 bill. Ben Franklin told us the whole world was swarthy and tiny. So we
Right.
just add. So we chopping it like grown men, right, family? We
Yes,
smoking a
sir.
peace pipe right now. Can we smoke the peace pipe right now? You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
And
Let's
give
do it.
Oh,
everybody their
for
space.
sure. I was just trying to get to
But
San Francisco with it. That's all.
oh yes, that speaking with me, I like to deal with the Ming Dynasty, Ming. I like to bring out my trade ships, and these ships was like aircraft carriers that you see today. They was the biggest thing out there, and they had their army surrounded around the boats like we do today with the Navy. And the Ming Dynasty was coming off the out of China, right? So this was
Right.
they took care of the Mongols, destroyed them, got them out of there, right? And then you had Emperor, I'm gonna say his name wrong, Quinn, and them boys was out here with the trade ships, and everything was tradable, not just goods, people too. So when we look at this Bering Strait, we go back in history, we look at this Bering Strait. All this is information that will take care of that Bering Strait when they say that summer saying. No disrespect to nobody lineage, whatever it is. But when you're trying to tell me that everybody came from Siberia and filled up all this Americas, that is a fallacy. Because Waters and Ward's going to prove you wrong, and our genealogy and our study and our building together, brick by brick, right? And we take information and we find and we can correlate it, right? So we can get it to the people that might just be coming in this or don't know, or set it in line for our generations to come after us. Shout out to GWG, Generational Wealth Group. You feel me? So it's not all about the monetary. We got to get this information right. So when we go on the offense, we have weaponry. I'm gonna just say weaponry. You feel me? So we
Well,
arm
bro.
ourselves with the information. Go ahead, family.
Hey, bro. The Queen Johnny Dynasty, the dude that China is named after. He was before the Mongols.
You
He was.
talking
He
about
was
the
before
emperor,
the.
the main, okay, let me give you a year. My bad, you right. I didn't give you the source. Let me take you to 1403 then. I want to walk you around 1403, and then I'm gonna tell you about the Portugals when they was dealing with China in the mid 1400s, 1430, 1430s, 20s, something like that. And they was bringing Japanese people into South America to work those silver mines. So when we look at the pictures that they've been giving us, as me as a child, who the so-called Indians were, right? That was only in the Americas, right? And now we know, no, Waters and Wars tell me better. You was bringing these people in. Then we get back at Big. Then we get to what transpired Big and Ish, the brother Ish, shout out to the brother Ish Ishmael, you know, Bay. Shout out to him. They walk it down, and we bring up Tatiana Seance, the Asian slave trade. Then we start looking at these islands. You're looking at Guam. You're looking at like I
Cambodia.
said, Cambodia. You're looking at where the French were down there in Thailand. And you're seeing all these people coming to the Americas because understand, Waters and Wars teach us again that the European, everybody coffers was down. Everybody was trying to get money. And the Moors, so they say, when you look at back at the movie, they were sitting at the table exchanging maps. Woo! Can I say that again? Go back to the
Yeah,
movie. They was
yes,
exchanging information. So America was never the new world. It was the something that you tuck away on a rainy day. They knew where the wealth was. This is what Waters and Wars teach us. So everybody pulled up. Even in my city, Savannah, Georgia, I showed you all the flags that were here in the Battle of Savannah. I put the documents out there. The proof is there, right? So everybody came here. And a lot of piracy going on, family. But go ahead,
Barbary.
family. I don't want to hold the house. The Barbary, just look at
One
the
of
word.
the main you know, towns in the Barbary Coast is Chinatown, and then the Flood family, which has a manhole, you know, one of the Barbary Coast manholes in San Francisco dedicated to them. I was reading up on them the other day, that they got their wealth from silver and gold mining, and then they went into banking and into the railroads.
I'm gonna send you something. Matter of fact, anybody can pull up the school that O.J. Simpson went to. Y'all pull up that school O.J. Simpson went to, right? The football player. The juice is loose. Put that in your diet. But I'll send you something on that. We're gonna talk about the projects that they had over there in Cali. That was Chinese. Yeah. That's why I say we go back to 1850. We can go back further. That's why I brought up the Ming Dynasty. But we go to 1850. You look at the railroad system, and you look at these people are dark. Not like what they show us on TV now, but it's a projects. Like I said, if you go to it's called Pelican, something like that. The school that OJ went to, study that history. You'll see something pop out of that West Coast, dealing with the so-called Chinese or Asians. I'll mute my mic though.
Pretty family, man. I didn't went and got food and everything. Goddamn, I got caught on this hoe. They missed my barbershop appointment. Goddamn. But man, we're gonna go end it right there. Y'all want to get some last word?
Oh, now he got his fried chicken. You gonna cut the show? Okay, all right.
I had a hamburger.
I'm fucking with you.
Barbecue. From the barbecue stand. That bitch got pork on it. I got pork, bacon. Yeah, big old slices of pork on that hoe too. And it was good. It was hot. Yeah. Nigga had lettuce and tomatoes on my shit. Salt and pepper on my lettuce and tomato. Yeah, but now we're gonna go and get out of here, man. Y'all wanna get some last word? We'll start with you, Shrugs, and go down the panel.
Yeah, no, I just appreciate the build like always. You know, I see y'all in these streets.
All right, appreciate you, family. Back, what you got for us?
Oh, yo, power to the nation. Keep building, build together. You know what we coming after. That would create World War III coming back for what's yours. And shout out to my daughter, Cool Kid. If y'all on YouTube, go to Cool Kids Worldwide Let's Play. Please like and subscribe. Turn your kids on to it. She's gonna be doing her boots on the ground. She got 2 videos up now. One she's in the museum. One is just an intro. But she's gonna be planting. She's gonna be in the garden. She's gonna be showing the kids stuff. She's gonna be painting. So Cool Kids Worldwide Let's Play. That's on YouTube right now. Please like and subscribe. And yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Other than that, power to the nation. 100.
Appreciate you. Tree Christopher, what you got for us?
You know, I just be joning on you skipping leg day. Don't be skipping leg day no more.
No, don't worry about it. I'm finna have them thighs out. I'm gonna give you ass something to look at. Give me about a good 2 weeks. I'm gonna be on the beach in Mexico. I'm gonna have them thighs out on your ass. I got a whole look. I got an outfit, right? It's a jaguar. I'm gonna be a whole human jaguar in 2 weeks with them thighs out on your ass. Let me give you something to look at.
Grandma Harris said we ain't looking at no cousins now, so I don't know
Well,
what you
you
talking
it's
about.
too late. Goddamn, it's too late. You know the tattoos. You know my tattoos and shit say on my legs and.
But yeah, my last words is, just keep questioning everything. Um, Everybody who's doing a genealogy search, just keep digging. Um, it's important. It's important to know who you are so you can dodge these hijacks, like Brother Karimio says. Um, y'all just enjoy y'all weekend. I'm still here. I'm doing the real estate thing. So folks got questions about real estate, I'm still here. Just reach out. But it ain't what you think it is. You know, if it was taken by a war. So unless you prepared to go to war, you might want to think of another route. Get your family together, and keep grandma house in the family. Go check on her. Go cut her grass. Go pick her weeds out the yard. Go see if she need help in the garden, and get back tight with the fam. And that's all I got. Peace and love,
Y'all
y'all.
get those dream catchers, man. Christopher,
Oh
T,
yeah.
beautiful. I got me 3 of them, and y'all saw the one I post. I keep it in the truck, and I'll be waiting for questions. But that's an original. You can't get that one. You can't get that one. That one is lock, stock, and done data. It's a wrap. But y'all get y'all shot with a beautiful, beautiful work, handcrafted, 100.
Yeah, me and my daughter, we make dream catchers and feather earrings and bone chokers and things like that. So that's my peaceful protest, to become a creator again, and looking at some of the things that, our ancestors were left out of making because they were not federally recognized. They put, rules and regulations up. If you wasn't federally recognized, you couldn't make dream catchers. But then when you drive through Oklahoma, all you see is dream catchers from freaking China. So I said, okay, that'll be my peaceful protest. So yeah, y'all can get y'all some dream catchers. I'm on Instagram, tchristopher13. If y'all want to check them out, they on there. And I got a whole bunch more that I need to post. So I got to get back to work. Peace and love, y'all.
In a real way. All right, Big Shake, take us out.
Hey man, you know me, it's all about the family. And if you can, going back to the genealogy, get all the way down. Get all the way down to the county. The brother that was talking earlier trying to find his family, if you get lost on your genealogy search, go to the county that your folks is from, and if you can, drive. Look at the name of the towns. Pay attention and look at what the people do. Fashion ain't the same everywhere. 30 miles can make a huge difference. People don't talk the same where I'm at that they do 30 miles from where I am. So you can't convince me that everybody on this planet spoke the same language and had the same habits. Think about when you was a kid and the girls was braiding, they was practicing braiding on the fence, wearing their jellies or whatever they had. And you know what I mean? They had the little anklets they made on their own. And just like the sister said, it wasn't none made in China. We made it all ourselves. We made our own hair products. We made everything on our own, and that's where you're gonna find yourself at, is what they taught you to make. That's where you're gonna find yourself. You ain't never gonna have to wake up an adult and have to learn something new that you didn't know about where you from. You might learn some history from there, but what's yours is your culture. What's yours is where you put your feet at. Drive through them towns and get to the county. It's a big world, but plane tickets ain't that expensive, and gas is it's expensive, but you can still get there. Messing with this gas with Biden, but keep your boots on the ground. Peace.
In a real way. Man, I want to appreciate y'all. Before we get out of here, I do want to play something. So we'll go right into it. Shout out to Wanagi, goddamn. I had seen Wanagi did a drop on this and pointing out Runoko Rashidi. And this was very, very interesting. Y'all, let's hold on. Hey, let me know what the audio sound like.
Please listen up. There is no question that Africa is the mother continent. It is the birthplace of modern humanity.
Hey, y'all in the chat, let me know what the audio sound like. Nick says lunchtime. Yeah, man. I'm hungry than a motherfucker. These niggas done held me here hostage. Yeah. Hey, nah, but I done missed my barbershop appointment. Goddamn. I hope don't no hot date pop out on me. Goddamn. I hope ain't nobody talking about meet up. Goddamn, because I ain't made it to the barbershop. Hey, now, okay, they can't hear. All right, hold up. Try this again.
But please listen up. There is no question that Africa is the mother continent. It is the birthplace of modern humanity. If we did not know it before, the genetic studies of the past 30 years have surely confirmed this. Of course, a lot of people, even Black people, find this impossible to accept. And I think the reason for this is our bias against Africa. We are taught systematically from the beginning to be anti-African. And I have found this.
I never heard what I never heard of a damn what was anti-African they brought a nigga up. What did nigga learn growing up that was anti-African? What era was this? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the history is in the world when nigga was in the Civil War, niggas was being anti-African. Well, in the Reconstruction era with niggas being I'm just trying to figure out what they taught niggas to be anti-African.
To be the case, even in Africa. So many of us would prefer to think of ourselves as anything but African.
No, nigga, don't you see all these Pan-African ass niggas running around here? Y'all had everybody in dashikis and shit. Yeah, man, hell nah, nigga. You know how much money niggas done spent going to go do tourism in Africa and all this shit here. Niggas moving over to Africa. Niggas got our women don't even want to fuck with American niggas. These African niggas getting first pick. Yeah, y'all put us on a 90-day probation. Y'all fuck this nigga on the second date. You know, that type of whole ass shit. These niggas talking about nobody want to be an African. Oh, shit.
But please listen up. There is no question that Africa is the mother continent. It is the birthplace of modern humanity.
Yeah, y'all fucking these first, second genes on the second night, on the second day. Don't front. Don't do no motherfucking whole ass front. And that nigga musty, and he just got on a lot of cologne. Yeah, but y'all don't do that whole ass shit. Y'all fucking early. Fucking yeah. I fuck early with them first, second gen women too. What, y'all thought y'all supposed to goddamn me? Y'all thought y'all was the only one? Shit. Them motherfuckers be
If we did not know it before, the genetic studies of the past 30 years have surely confirmed this. Of course, a lot of people, even Black people, find this impossible to accept. And I think the reason for this is our bias against Africa. We are taught systematically from the beginning to be anti-African. And I have found this to be the case even in Africa. So many of us would prefer to think of ourselves as anything but African. Even myself as a youth, because
I want y'all to hear this. He said even himself, he hated his Africanness. When he was young, he used to hate his Africanness, he say.
My mother's mother was Cherokee, preferred to think of ourselves as anything but African. Even myself as a youth, because my mother's mother was Cherokee, I thought of myself as a Native American. Yes, even me. But as I grew and learned about Africa and studied Africa, my pride in my African identity soared like an eagle.
So he grew up knowing that he was Cherokee. Bro, you cannot make this shit up, bro. Nor said you can't make stupid up. These niggas listen. But when he got older, he went to go learn about this African shit. Runoko Rashidi came out a couple years ago and he said this indigenous movement shit is the most dangerous. People saying that they're Indians in America, this the most dangerous movement in America. So it's the most dangerous for Pan-Africanism, for global Pan-Africanism. You know why? Because he knew his roots was even rooted in it. And if that's what a nigga went by, if we had to go by what's on the paper, yeah, nigga, that shit take that African shit away. That African shit was a belief system. It was a religion. No different than Aboriginal. Nigga, you believe you from America, but you don't know that. You can't prove you from America. See how real it get? When that's how you know you dealing with a doctrine. Nigga, if it wasn't doctrine, you could prove it. Don't take that long neither. But you gotta, yeah, man. So that them niggas, let's walk. Here go Dr. Leonard Jeffrey.
And it includes also the Native Americans. And my mother said, you know, her mother was Powhatan Indian, Pocahontas' people. I said, Mom, really? And of course, she proved it, that the Powhatan Indian Nation was a part of our family.
He said his mama proved it to him. Mama told him, nigga, you a Powhatan Indian. And proved it. Ain't nobody, they parents them taught them the Indian shit, bro. They didn't teach them that African shit. That's why a Pan-African got to sit their ass in the corner now. Go sit in the corner next to the elbows.
In fact, her grandfather, he refused to accept completely the Christian formula that we had used to adjust to. So he had businesses and other activity. And when he died, the rumor was he didn't want that complete Christian burial. And so he didn't die right. Meant that he wanted to have some Native American traditions woven into his passing.
Not no African traditions, but he wanted some Native traditions. He didn't want that Christianity shit that Pan-Africans teach that Leonard Jeffrey went off into. Bro, this shit real life right here.
Before they come in. Okay. We got today, and I know you see it, that you got those who claim to be Native American Indian who fight so hard and say that we don't have no African blood in us. And, you know, some of the Hebrews make the same claim that we are Hebrews, we not African. What do you say to that? Those people look just like me and you, brother.
But
and they fighting against us.
On the brothers and sisters, so when I saw those who said they're Hebrew, I said, okay, I can't do nothing about that. But you can. Go to the airline counter, buy a ticket, go to the promised land that was given to you. And let me take this land for myself. And then me and you will find a way to partner. And that ends the argument between me and you. And for those who call themselves Native American, I am Native American. I don't talk about that much, but at least.
But you talk a lot about this African shit, though. I don't talk about it that much, but you talk about this African shit. Every other word is an African. Our African ancestors. I like Dr. Smile. I actually seen him, got to watch him in person when he came down to Houston to the Shrine Center. But we need elders, bro. We need our elders out here, bro, to teach us the right shit. You know, even if you into other things, we understand admixtures. We need y'all to speak on that because for so long, y'all made it if we spoke about our American side, then we was anti-African, which shows us that it was an agenda put on us that we had to choose one. And for you to have it, you know, for you to understand who you are and not express that to us, instead, you know, run with what was placed there to what was brought in to put over that American Indian story. You know, that's kind of fucked up. You know, but everybody got a side to choose. But we'll see what they know at home, what they learn at home, until they get out in these streets. We see what they learn at home. Let's hear about what they learn at home. Oh shit!
But please listen.
And that we had
before they come in.
Okay.
We got today, and I know. What do you say to that? Those people look.
And then me and you'll find a way to partner. And that ends the argument between me and you. And for those who call themselves Native American, I am Native American. I don't talk about that much, but at least one.
Man, what's up? My nigga Zodiac in the building. What's up with it, Zoe? Ill Mill in the building. Catch me in the Ill Mill looking for them ducks. They said 20. I'm on the way with them. 24 inches make it sit up like a truck. Yeah, I used to give a damn, but I ain't never gave a fuck. Some shit like that, man. That was my old trap days.
Half of my genealogy, come from the Chicora Nation.
The who?
Which is a large part of the people who the white man called the Creek Indians, with his stupid self, because our people live along the creeks of South Carolina and North Carolina. He called us the Creek.
So you the Chicora.
Boy, I know you got Indian in your family too, though, Professor.
But that's what I'm saying. 50% of my genes. I used to tend and clean my people's grave in the mounds in South Carolina. We did that once a year. But we didn't say that because people ridiculed you if you said you were Indian.
Oh. The people, he didn't tell people. They ain't tell people that because they'll ridicule you because you was Indian. So instead, we'll just push this African cut on the dope. Knowing that ain't none of these people like that, y'all can't prove these people are African. I mean, from the slave stories to all of these stories, to talking about the Indians got wiped out and all this kind of shit. He know that shit. He say 50%, nigga. You ain't never swept an African grave. Come on, man. And you gotta imagine how they feel, bro, for them to come out now, bro, and they, as elders, bro, and they wouldn't have came out with it. The nigga forced it out of them. The game forced it out of them. They have to come out and be honest now. It's flipping, and if they want a place. Yeah, and they want to go out on at least still be remembered, or all that shit gonna go in vain. That they did, all that work they did gonna go in vain because they see was them African niggas, them Pan-African niggas, they can't keep up with us. We run circles around them. And so now they gotta come out and be honest.
Because who are the first Americans? The real indigenous people are who? And so first of all, Brother Kaba, let me ask you, talk about your background. I know you got some native in you, brother. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, in terms of the information that I've received from my family members, my mother is from...
Not from no nigga online. This ain't no Aboriginal conversation. Everybody on here that went, they said their family. They went by their family. Everybody don't have them stories. Why, family? I guess y'all can answer this for me. Because everybody not no Indian. That copper color shit out the window, bro. Which copper color person are you? Which one are you, nigga? Yeah, it was a lot of different copper color flavors in this house. But which one is your ass, nigga? Yeah, that old, you can just claim something. And you going by shit, nigga, these folks out here when to go claim shit. They claimed Africa. But when you make a nigga stand in the paint on that genealogy and go back home, then you hear shit like this. Let's walk. Nigga taught Pan-Africanism 50 years, nigga. And then you hear shit like this right here.
Boston, Massachusetts. And she carries 3 nations in her. The Onondaga, the Narragansett, and the Oneida. And my father is from Alabama, Marion, Alabama, to be exact, and he carries the Choctaw and the Cherokee. And so I've always been familiar with my indigenous American background. And I've also been very fluent in my African American, being named Booker Taliaferro Coleman Jr. You know that Dr.
All right, well, leave it there.
From my perspective, so much more to learn, but I'm very much aware of the indigenous population.
That part. Yeah, now they coming out and said, man, I want to say this here, man. Appreciate T. Christopher coming up, dropping some game on the Washita. I can't even remember the homie name. The Yamasi homie, bro, came through. I want to appreciate that brother coming through, man. I heard a lot of Yamasi build. I build with a few Yamasis. I like that dude right there, man. That brother right there, that's my Yamasi homie right there. He had his shit together. He had no cut on the dope. The only thing I would disagree with him on is that Yamasi was a pure bloodline. I feel like it was a amalgamation of people that came together under a confederacy. But he says the bloodline to it. I don't have all the information on it, so maybe we continue these type of bills. That type of information can come out, and we can help each other understand each other. You feel me? And that's how we do it the Indian way, like that. NTB, shout out to NTB. Hey, do we got like a channel? I ain't even get to ask him or none of that shit. I don't even. That nigga came through here like a thief in the night. I never heard of him. You know what I'm saying? He popped out of nowhere, which was good though, because it allowed us to have that conversation. But everything else that the brother spoke on, he ain't had no cut on his dope, man, and it all lined up with that history that'll fall under Yamasi history. If y'all want some more information on that, we do have the untold story of the Indian slave trade. That'll be a part 1, and then what you do is you go back and you watch, the untold story of the Indian slave trade. And then, that'll take you through the Spanish missions down in that era, along with the Sea Islands and the Indians fighting down there in the Southeast. And then you'll also go back and watch the making of the Cherokee Nation, and then you'll get that Iroquois that's going to come down that we spoke about them. They're going to meet in the middle down there, and then that's where part 1 stopped. But for the Indian slave trade, but all of that, you can find a lot of the information that was talked about during that Yamasi bill. You can find that in those 2 bills right there, man, to give you a better understanding on it. You can also look into the making of the Gullah Geechee Nation. That bitch 4 hours long. A lot of information in there. But man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, bro. Beck said he gonna be in Yamasi. Man, shout out to Crystal in the super chat. Shout out to the homie Zodiac. Hey, wait, NTB with the elbows? Stop it. NBT, bro. Cause I asked him, I said, the elbows. He said, I be hearing a lot, but he ain't go into it. Nah, it's all good. It still was a good build though, man. But I gotta get up out of here though, man. Like a motherfucker, man. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Goddamn, we gone.
Got you